तेरे इशारे वादा तो निभाया. Oh, what's up? I as soon as I started my live, I saw the notification from you, but I couldn't reply because then I would have had to end this live session. So I'm glad you saw this. Let me turn down the fan a bit. Yeah, because I'm speaking without mic right now, so I'm not sure if my voice is clear enough. So, what's up, Freddy? How's life? You watched Liger, you loved it. I hear you took a dozen more friends of yours to watch Liger. Great, great. That's great. That's great. So, how many other friends of yours liked Liger as much as you did? Ah, what's up? My wife is a big fan of Vijay. For some reason, I had to go. If you know what? Oh, that is the reason. Right, right, right. So, this guy is relatively new, right? I mean, was this film Arjun Reddy was that his big like first big film, first big hit, or was he already a big name before Arjun Reddy? That was first big break, right? Hmm. What do you think about Liger hit or flop? What's up, Aditya? What do I mean? I cannot think anything about it. It's numbers, it's facts, right? As it turns out, I would have read it's a flop. What's up, BBS? I see. Thank you for being interactive on my Instagram. So it's a matter of numbers, right? What I hear, it's a flop, but who knows? I mean, I don't know. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Great. Uh, so yeah, and for some reason, suddenly KRK is like every tweet by him shows up on my Twitter timeline. I don't know why. I don't even follow him. I have not. I, see, I'll be very honest with you. I have not seen a film from South of India from over a, a week now, I think. Horrible was not a hit or flop. It was simply one of the first films I've ever watched in my life. Mm, that's what I read. So how did your wife react to the film? Did she also hate it, or was she too taken by Vijay? And what are your thoughts on Ananya Pandey? Like I have not seen her work at all. I mean she gets trolled like shit, but I have no opinions on her because I have not seen anything by her. I've heard she was good in Gehraiyan. It's releasing in Hindi on September 2nd. Okay, sure, sure. I mean, if like I do not prefer watching South films in Hindi, but if that's the only option I get, then yeah, that's what I'll have to do. I mean, I prefer watching them in original language, but I guess yeah, yeah, yeah. Please, I mean, sure, maybe yes. I'll watch it because I know I won't get to watch it in original language in movie halls at least. I mean, I'll have to wait for at least a couple of months to watch it in original language. So yeah, I'll not wait. It's a small budget, but like yeah, I know it's a big hit. Even in North circles, Karthikeya 2 is quite a big hit. I'll uh, I'll see if I get time if I get time over during this weekday, not weekend. Her performance like it deserves every bit of criticism. I mean, it's not her fault that the writing and the characterization were so terrible. I mean, yeah, I could see that from the trailer. No, I was speaking otherwise. Like generally, how is she? Not in this film. I know she is probably terrible in this film. Uh, but how is she generally? Like have you watched her work before Liger? Sitaraman is far better than Karthikeya too. Hmm. I'll try to watch both, but I'll see if Karthikeya 2 is still playing near me. If Sitaraman 2, I'm sure Sitaraman 2 will release near me someday. You're saying second of September, so yeah, let's see. Karthikeya 2 is better, Sitaraman 2 is better. Let's see. Yeah. I'll watch. I trust both of your reviews, but let's see whichever movie is playing near me. I'll watch that. If I get to, if I get a chance to watch both, I'll watch both. But I cannot promise anything. But yeah, I'll try my best. That's that much I can promise. It depends according person, but the other one is also best to watch with family. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I can convince my parents. I mean, if it's in Hindi, then I can take them. She's not natural like Alice earlier. She crafted herself a career with her. Either both in terms of performance, choice of characters, really well. How is she in Gehraiyan? Because I read a review by someone I trust, by a reviewer I trust. She's not a reviewer basically. She mostly writes blogs on classic films, but she wrote a blog on Gehraiyan and she liked Ananya's work in it. So that's why I'm kind of interested to know in like how is she, because her word this blogger's work this blogger's words mean I took it, I take her seriously. Little character in Sitaraman. Have you seen Salar poster? I think I have. Yes, I think I saw it on maybe YouTube or Facebook or something. I did. Uh, I'll, I'll, I'll see it again because I don't remember anything from it. Mhm. Salar. वादा तो निभाया ओ मेरे राजा. Oh, badass poster. There are a number of posters here. I had dinner. Yeah, so I'm kind of drunk right now. Which movie are waiting? Adi Purush or Salar? Actually, I will only be waiting for them once I watch the trailers. I have not watched any of their trailers so far. Nor have I heard much about these films. Adi Purush, I only hear about Adi Purush in these live sessions. But other than that, I don't. So Adi Purush is official concept trailer. So yeah, I cannot. Hey, the boss, what's up? Can I know your real name? So yeah, there is just some pictures. I think some fan made pictures of Adi Purush. So yeah, I cannot tell you if I'm excited about it. Modern relationships among the social elite and it's similar to her actual life, so it must have been pretty easy for Rania to understand and perform it. My real name is Zafar Ali Khan. Hi Zafar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to these live sessions. If you haven't already been here before, okay. So I've wanted to watch Gehraiya, but I know that genre is not very exciting to me personally. But I've watched the one film by that director, Kapoor and Sons, and I that's one of my favorite films of last few years. But yeah, maybe I'll get to it someday. Did you hear about Marvel Phase 5 and 6? No, man. I mean, I can hardly keep up with the current Marvel Phase. Indian version of Gone Girl. Oh, is it? You saw? You were in the live session? Did like did we talk about it? So how did you like the China syndrome? So you were in the live session. I actually, sorry, I don't remember. We chatted. So you saw Michael Douglas, right? It was good. Yeah, it's a really good film, the China syndrome. uh, try also networking, try networking, because networking is very relatable, it's a 50-year-old film, 40-year-old film, but it's still relevant today. uh, but yeah, I'm happy you saw Twilight Early Lights. Avengers fifth movie is coming. It is bigger than Endgame. Which film is coming? I don't know what's happening with the, because I have not watched any of the latest shows. Latest shows. This Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton. Nahi, what is his name? I saw Network. I'm angry. Not going to take it anymore. Yes, I'm angry. Not going to have this. That's a fabulous film. It's so relatable. It's freaky. It's creepy. Like how relatable this 42, 43-year-old film, 45-year-old film is still today. This 1976 film is so relevant even today in 2022. It's so bad, so fucking bad. So I don't know, but the thing is, the last Marvel thing I watched. I mean, of course, I watched Thor: Love and Thunder, which was terrible, almost. I watched Loki web series, and that web series with that witch, whatever her name is, who's also the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. What is the name? Scarlet Witch. Yeah. So her web series, which was that was an amazing show. I loved that show. I forgot the name. Have you seen Dersu Uzala 1975? Akira Kuro. Oh, it's a film by Akira Kurosawa. No, I've not. I've watched very few films by Akira Kurosawa, but I have not watched this. So yeah, most of the films that I've watched from 70s and 80s, I watched those many years ago. Then Endgame. Yeah, I'm sure they will up the ante with Avengers 5. I'm sure they will do that. It's just that I've never been too much, like, a lot attracted to superhero. So Dark Knight Rises was the first time I actually started getting drawn to this. You saw all the films that I recommended, dude. Zafar Ali Khan, like, with what name were you there in the last session? Because I'm pretty sure I did not see The Boss in like, it was just 2 days back that I had the live session where I recommended that all these films. Where, like, which name were you with in that session, or were you there with the same name but you did not, uh, you know, uh, like, put out a message or something? Yeah, but yeah. So how was Blowout? I think of the three, my you were lurking. Okay, so of the three, my favorite would be probably Networking. Then is oversaturated right now. There are so many that I hardly kind of hate the fact that I have to watch a bunch of other stuff before I can watch the. So it's funny, Paddy. Okay, first, so my favorite would be Networking, then Blowout, then the China Syndrome. This would be my order. Tell me your order. So it's funny, Brady, because about 7-8 years ago, when Avengers 2 was yet to release, when Batman vs Superman was yet to release, everyone was already saying the same thing. The superhero genre is oversaturated. We are having this movie fans are having this burnout, superhero movie burnout. That was like 7-8 years ago. And this that is so funny, because back in that time, we used to have like maximum two superhero movies per year. One DC film, probably, and one Marvel film, sometimes just one in a year. And it's crazy, that was, people were talking about oversaturation 7 years ago, and now every month we have a new web series by the superhero. Next one is going to be the, yeah, I'm sure if he gets the budget, if he gets the budget that Hollywood films get, SS Rajamouli, uh, uh, obviously we cannot even begin to imagine what he's going to do with that. That is going to be epic. Today is so good and the ending is incredible. Of the conversation, yeah, I have to watch the conversation. You won't believe I have not watched that film. I have not watched the conversation, and it kills me to think that I have not watched the conversation. I see. I'll probably, the OTTs that we have, they suck, man. They suck so much ass because no OTT, Amazon, Netflix, Hotstar, and all the other local OTTs, they don't have these wonderful pictures. They only have these. Uh, any picture they have from 70s is those very popular entry level films, Indiana Jones, Jaws, Pause, and all of that. They don't have real like solid films from that era. So you have to go fish for these films on torrents. RR Cross JK did it like in India it did. That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, the right now hardly anybody is focused on its box office collections, right? People are like, will it get the Oscar? That's the focus point right now. Like, will it get nominated for Oscar? Will it get nominated for Oscar? Will India send it, or will America nominate it on its own? So yeah, let's see. We are still sitting on almost September, so uh, I guess there is time. I don't know. I can't recall which. I guess they announce nominations in November or December, I suppose. So yeah, we are close. Let's hope RRR gets some Oscar glory, at least nominations. So yeah, it's crazy. Superhero Praddy. So it's like every month we have at least one web show, superhero web show. It's so oversaturation was in 2015. What is happening now is something else. You like John Carpenter movies? No, I've not watched. I don't think I watched John Carpenter movies. I cannot recall John Carpenter, but heard so much of about those films, but I've not watched anything. Let me still verify if I watched films by John Carpenter. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Rohit John Carpenter movies are the best. Yeah, I've heard so much. Maybe I've watched some of his stuff. No, I don't think I have. It is real. That's great. No, Halloween Ends, Awakening, The Fog, Ghosts of Mars, Silent Predators. No, I have not watched even one film by John Carpenter. Yeah, that's a shame. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Hmm. Recommend me one or two films of John Carpenter. Suffer. And also tell me where you are from. That's what I ask everybody. Jason, what is your favorite or two favorite John Carpenter films? So yeah, it's good to know that RRR has crossed John Carpenter the Thing and Big Trouble Little China. That's an interesting name. The Thing is by him. Where the fuck is the Thing, man? Oh shit, sorry. I was in the Thing 1982 and Big Thing. Yeah. I'm from Switzerland. Sir, what do you think about Johnny Depp? Because Pirates of the Caribbean 6 will come on, or and you like. So okay, Switzerland. Yeah, send me a postcard from Switzerland. Zafar, please. uh, Big Trouble in Little China. Johnny Depp. So actually, I was kind of happy that his stint, Johnny Depp's stint with Pirates of Caribbean has ended, because I hate those films. I have not been able to sit through even one of those films. I think I watched the first film from start to end, and I have tried other films from that franchise on TV. Whenever they air on TV, I give them a try, and I hate Pirates of Caribbean, all films. So I was kind of happy, because from, like, since Johnny Depp started working in this franchise, which is early 2000s, I think he stopped taking his career seriously, because in 90s and in 80s Johnny Depp did such fantastic films. Zafar, you need to know, like, three huge franchises that have I've watched Harry Potter, but I have also avoided it. I have watched Harry Potter because of my wife. So three or four franchises that I have avoided in my life, because fantasy is not my favorite genre. I've said it before in these live sessions. I do not watch fantasy because I just get bored. I don't know. So Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Star Wars. These four franchises. Is anything left? No. So yeah, these four franchises. Lord of the Rings, I have watched. I don't know which part I watched. Also Harry Potter, I think I watched one or two films, but that was just not out of choice. So Star Trek, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings. So I have not watched these by choice. I've tried it. When I was in hostel, I tried it because my friends were watching. Depp and Hans Zimmer carried his franchise so many is a comic show which is nothing like what you see. I don't know. I watched I watched the first film with some expectations, because everybody says that Pirates One is good. It has got great critic reviews, great fan reviews, but I just is best than Justice League. Which movie you like from Harry Potter? I've told you I have not watched. I have only watched one or two Harry Potter films, and I don't even remember. I don't even know their names. So yeah, that's Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek. Nothing. So you just don't ask me about those films. You like martial art films? I also don't like martial art films a lot. No, not a big fan of Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. Uh, I'm mostly into either drama, like intense drama, Edge of the Sea, or thrillers, or yeah, superhero films too, action films. The Prisoner and the Goblet of Fire were the best in the Harry Potter. Yeah, I've heard, especially the last two films of Harry Potter series. The last film of the Harry Potter series, which was split in two parts, right? So I like DC more than Marvel. Yes, that's true. Hi Gen Z. I like DC more than Marvel. I like music biopics. Read the books; they are far better than screen adaptations. Uh, the biopics, I don't know, but the my favorite musical from Hollywood by far is Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd is like right up there. It's easily one of my favorite films. Sweeney Todd of Johnny Depp by Tim Burton. I just I'm a huge fan of that film. No, you're not late. You are just 24 minutes into live session, so you're not late. So and what else is there? I don't know. I've not watched a lot of musicals, uh, but yeah. But Sweeney Todd and what else is there? I mean, in Indian cinema, there are so many musicals. Like musicals come in all forms. So all this, the Greatest Showman. Who? Are you talking about Raj Kapoor? West Side Story, Footloose, Dirty Dancing, Sweeney Todd are my favorite musicals. Yeah. So do you like so West Side Story, the older one, VFX of 2.0 movie, the robot? No, I did. I don't know. Robot 2, was that with Aishwarya? No, that was with Akshay Kumar. La La Land. La La Land. I watched. I liked that film. It's not, again, the genre is not my favorite. Did not I did not enjoy that film, but I when I was watching it, I knew this is something, that this is something special. You know, this is, if this genre was, uh, uh, if I was drawn to this genre, I would have loved that film. So I've watched La La Land from start to end in one go, and I liked it. So yeah, it can be one of those musicals that I like. Yeah, but not close to Sweeney Todd. Not close to Sweeney Todd. La La Land was good for music lovers. Yeah, yeah. And Ryan Gosling fans and Emma. My favorite musical is the Rocky Horror Show. No, I've not watched it. Which year did it come out in? I love that film. Which film? Rocky Horror Show. The Rocky Horror Picture Show 1975. Okay. I'll, I'll add that to my list. I have not. I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've heard of this movie. At least not in recent years. Your favorite movie in 2021? 2021. Oh man, I think I'll have to look at my ratings on IMDb, because I don't I have a memory of an ant. I mean, no, ants have great memories. I know I have a memory of a dog. I don't know. Whichever creature on earth has the worst memory, I have a memory of that creature. So, uh, so Liger got only 1 point. Really? Shit. So Nayar 2 is a Malayalam film, which I think I can say, it's one of my favorite 2021 films, easily, easily. And what else did I watch in 2021? No, Midnight Moss was Midnight Moss. Midnight Moss. Midnight Mass. I am over musicals now. They're not my thing anymore. I prefer intense content, even narrative driven. Yeah, same with me. Same with me. It's, I mean, to each his own. But yeah, I'm kind of. They don't. They don't. Attract me anymore. They don't appeal to me anymore now. I don't know why. 2000 there was Pushpa. Also. I have not watched Pushpa. I think I've mentioned that. Uh, Shit, man, I cannot find Sandeep or Pinky Farrar. Zafar, have you watched this film? Do you watch Indian films? Have you watched Sandeep or Pinky Farrar or Nayottu? Was nobody? Acha, that one. This guy, Bob Odenkirk. This guy. Better Call Saul. Yeah, that was. So, so when I watched Nobody, uh, the movie ended at, Spider Man was also good. The movie ended at 2 a.m. when I watched it at home on this TV. No, not on this TV. The movie ended at 2:30 a.m. 2 a.m. And at 2:30 a.m. I suddenly felt this huge fever, and next day I discovered that I had COVID, and 7 days later I was in hospital. So whenever I think of Nobody, I think of the time when I almost died. I liked Spider-Man No Way Home. A lot of people hated it, especially cinephiles, because it was manufactured nostalgia and whatnot. I don't even know what manufactured nostalgia means, but I had a lot of fun watching Spider-Man. I wish the hall that I went to, the crowd was there more lively, but it was not. Even when Tobey Maguire made his entry, or this guy, fuck, one of my favorite actors, the second Super Spider-Man, when he made his entry. The crowd was like nothing. What is his name? The second Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. He's such a favorite actor of mine. Has anybody watched 99 Homes? Zafar, have you watched 99 Homes? Andrew Garfield. Thank you so much. Shit. Tell me if you know some medicines. No, it was. Did you say? It was one of my favorite films of 2021. Not the favorite, but one of them for sure. Curiously enough, I on my IMDb ratings page, I cannot find 2021 films. That's weird. Stillwater of so Matt Damon's Stillwater. Have you watched that film, guys? That's a good one. Matt Damon's Stillwater, good film. So Stillwater, Nobody, and what else? I don't know what else. The Promising Young Woman. I think it's a 2020 film. Has anybody watched this? Promising Young Woman. It's a wonderful film. Uh, it stars Carrie Mulligan. Beautiful film. It's the first Carrie Mulligan film I have watched in probably, I don't know, 10, 12 years. The first time I saw a Carrie Mulligan film was 2009, An Education. It was too close to a real life event called a man. Yes, I know. And I think they did a good job. I I know. So there are two Nicolas Cage films. There is one Pig, and there is one the latest film, Unburdened Talent or something. Burden of some talent. I want to watch these films, but I have not. So Nicolas Cage has in last 2 3 years he has done some incredible films. There also was a film uh, he did which has this red sort of poster or something. That's also very good. I think I watched that film, but I can't recall its name. Nicolas Cage is coming out with some solid films every year. Mandy, yes, Mandy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mandy was incredible. It came out in I think 2017 or 18. So yeah, Mandy was that film that I was thinking about, and now Pig and whatever that name is, Unburdened by Talent or something like that. Massive burden of talent. I don't know. Uh, Unbearable weight of talent. Massive talent, amazing. So so Mandy was good. Have you watched Mandy? So I have to watch Pig. Pig has been on my radar for a really long time, really long time, like since it came out, which was I don't know when, 2019, 2020, 21. I don't know when it was. I think it was 2020, I guess. No, 2021. Okay, got it. I feel like I've been hearing about this film from like 2 3 years now. So yeah, I'll watch Pig. I'll watch Pig. Really want to. Yeah. So I asked you guys about two films. Shit, I lost the page. Stillwater, I guess. Coded bias above the dog. Yes. Fuck. How can coded bias? I don't know which. I have never heard of coded bias. But the power of the dog. The power of the dog. Wow. Yes. Power of the. Sorry. Coded bias. Coded bias. Dude, I've not even heard of this film. Promising is good, but the ending was terrible. What was the ending? She dies at the end, right? And Jeff Bezos. I said it's a documentary. Okay, that's why I've not watched it. So like I said, I watch. I read non-fiction. I read only non-fiction in books, but I do not watch non-fiction when it comes to films. They arrested the killer at his funeral. Yes. She leaves out all the clues for cops, and this young guy, he's like, I think his friend is getting married. I think they all were yeah, they all were there, and they thought they're free. They have killed this woman, and now I know they're all free, but she leaves enough evidence, some in some coded form for against them, and the cops get to them. I thought I liked the ending. I did not like the I did not hate the ending, as far as I remember. Yeah, yeah. Uh, what is no no I was asking about another film which was. So have you watched Sorcerer? Anybody? I think I asked it last time. Sorcerer is mind blowing. Rambo, First Blood, Road Games, Duel, Vanishing Point, The Haunting, The Place Beyond the Pine, Win Win, Station Agent, Ben is Back, Vivarium, Old Henry. This is the power of the dog we're discussing. Yeah. So this guy, what is his name? Whatever his name is. Remake of a French film called The Wages of Fear. Oh, okay, I did not know. I don't know. That name makes sense because what I remember from Sorcerer, Wages of Fear is a far more appropriate name. So yeah, I can imagine that must have been the original film, Wages of Fear. It's about algorithms. It was a chilling watch on how much pretty much everybody it depends on AI-based communication systems for sure. Uh, what is the name of the power of the dog guy? Fuck man, I hate it. What is the name? Benedict Cumberbatch. So he was superb in the film, and so was this girl, uh, Kirsten Dunst. Yes. So yeah, and this guy Jesse. So this actor Jesse Plemons, he's weirdly incredible. I mean, he's every film that I've seen of him is he does not appear like he's acting. You know, he's one of those actors. He's just there in the moment. I, like for me, he steals the limelight in every film. He's not obviously a great looking guy and all that. He looks weird, yes, but he also acts so well. Like he's always in the moment. He's always in there. I never felt like I think Breaking Bad was the first time we watched him, right? As far as if I know right, but since then I watched him in a number of films, and he's always incredible to watch. And he's in this film that we discussed the other day, Praddy, the Martin Scorsese film with DiCaprio, which is based on that book that you have read. He's also in there. So yeah, I really look forward to that film. I really, really do. Uh, uh, Even though I'm watching this show called The Sun, and this is also how he's a splendid actor. The Imitation Game remains his best Cumberbatch performance to date. I do not like Imitation Game. I thought it was too sappy. It was too. I thought it was too Bollywoody. I did not. I mean, I'm not saying I hated that film, but it was kind of a manipulative film. It was one of those. Uh, fuck. It was one of those films, like one of those films that are directed by Clint Eastwood. Phone glitching again. Sure. Clint Eastwood, the films that he directs, I'm not a huge fan of those. So Imitation Game was one of those films that I did not. I was like, it was too cliche. Biopics are anyways, I think, tough to make. Because there is a lot of hagiography stuff that happens. There is a lot of glorification of the subject that happens, and I don't have a problem with that. But the movie becomes boring due to that glorification. So yeah. Imitation Game was like that. It was a very straightforward film. Nothing, no surprises, nothing that blew my mind, nothing that made my jaw, drop. So yeah. My favorite film is called After Love. White woman married to Muslim man discovers he has a secret. Oh shit. That, that is one interesting subject. Especially if it's a serious, it's a serious film, right? It's not a comedy. Because if it's a comedy, then I'm not going to even try it. But if it's a serious film, gay man who was responsible for computer technology, the very yeah, exactly. But it's not a well-made film. Great, great plot, great potential. But I don't know. I just got bored watching it. It was the subject seemed so unique, but it was made in a very regular biopic way. I mean, even Hollywood makes mostly bad biopics. Set in the port town of Dover, Mary Hussein suddenly finds her unexpected after the buried his secret 20 miles. Oof, nice. That's this seems like a fascinating watch. So Praddy, After Love. Have you watched After Love? It's a 2020 film. Fascinating subject. Just read its synopsis, or maybe not. It's basically about this woman, English woman, or some white woman who marries a Muslim man. Oh, you watched it? Okay. So yeah, this is one movie that I would love to watch. I think I'll have to look for it on torrents. Yeah, it's not there on OTT. I fuck man, the OTTs suck. OTTs only have web shows, man. I'm not a web series person, but these OTTs, man, I don't know why they don't have good films. Devastatingly powerful. So much good. Cobra trailer, yes, it was good. I mean, I did not find it that amazing. Dear Evan Hansen, man, you're taking all these names. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know. Evan Hansen. No, I'm not. Musical drama. Okay, no, I am not. Cobra was fine, yeah. The first half of the trailer was better. The second half was just like over the top action. So I don't know, because I've had bad experiences with this thing. The first half of the film is one genre and is one very grounded genre, and suddenly the film switches beat. There is a movie about a boy with friends with a rich dad. Oh, concept is looking good. Okay, so you watch some not so well known films. That's great. And Praddy, you were saying West Side Story. The old one you watched? The new one, I think you said you did not like much, right? West Side Story, the 1961 film? The old one, right? Hmm. It's like Spielberg. Spielberg is like incapable of making good film, I guess. Like he's very much capable of making populist films. The kind of films that movie critics love for some reason. I don't know why. But other than that, anybody who has decent taste in films, I don't think that person would like his films. It's as if he did it for awards. That's what he does. It's not as if, that's what he does. Spielberg has been making films only and only and only for awards from a really long time now. Really, really long time. At least 20 years. At least 20 years. Oscar bait films. Yeah, I think we discussed it last time. So, yeah. New Hollywood era for some reason loved Jews irrespective of the quality of their work. I still don't get it about people, yeah. I still don't get it about people. I don't know why people do this. I don't know, like how Rohit check out this Hong Kong horror called Dream Home. The seller said turn it down. She gives a Dream Home. Hmm. I don't know why every decision of people of individuals revolves around their politics. I have no fucking clue. Dream Home. Obviously, it's not on any OTT. Like every good film or potentially good film. Yeah, let to download it, man. Zafar, you've given me a huge bunch to download. So yeah, I have all these OTTs. I'm even subscribed to AMC Plus. I think I'm the only person in whole of India who subscribed to AMC Plus, but I still have no films from all from the ones that you mentioned on any OTT, including AMC Plus. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So have you guys heard about this latest thing? This Sana Marin, Finnish PM, Finland PM, whose dancing video was seen, and oh man, the kind of things people have said about her. Oh shit, it's insane. So one is the political ideology of people, and one is the gender. Like 99% of men disapprove of that dancing video or of her dancing actually because she's a PM, so she cannot drink and dance. I just could not find any logic in it. Never mind. Uh, so yeah, tell me some names that I have watched. It's very disheartening, Zafar, that you're saying all old Henry. Has anybody congressional hearing for it? I mean, even if she's a what does she in goddamn exactly? I mean, I don't. Some people are saying it's a 24/7 hour job. If you are not made for it, then don't become PM. I mean, prime ministers go to these inaugural functions or these. My missing Valentine girl almost studied still hasn't been in as a new man. Finds Valentine has mysteriously disappeared. I don't know. When do you watch all these films, man? Wow. Because I've been surprising people from the films that I like. It's a big flop. Of course, it's a big flop. People hate it. So I've been surprising my circle with all these fancy names, and I'm like really proud of myself. Like these people, I've never even heard of these films. But now you're taking all these names, and never heard of these names. So there is one name, Old Henry, which came out in 2021. So because you asked 2021, that's a great film. And what you said, I'm adding that to my watch list. But watch Old Henry. So. So yeah, there was this argument 24, like if you're a PM, you're supposed to, like, you don't have a family. Like, prime ministers go to these formal functions, non-work related functions, inaugurations, vacations all the time. So why can't she go to this dancing party? I mean, it's not like she was partying on Mars or Saturn. She was still accessible. Like she's a PM, so she has to be accessible at all times. She was partying right here on fucking Earth, man. If there is an emergency, just call her up, ma'am. This thing has happened. We want you in office. So she would drop the party and she would go to this office. I don't know what's the big fucking deal of about it. I do not get this outrage, man. And there are some people saying, oh, do you approve like your wife is dancing with the other man, she's dancing in the lap of other man. When did she dance in anybody's lap? Weird. So yeah, please watch Old Henry. Have you guys heard of this film? Please tell me I've never heard of this film. Old Henry. This is a film by Ponsiroli. It stars this guy Tim Blake Nelson. You must have watched some films by Tim Blake Nelson. It's a good film. It's a good western, very solid western, very authentic western. Tell me if you have watched this film, Old Henry. And how is Delhi Crime? Is it good? Worth watching? I've not watched even the first season. Old Henry is a legend. I can't believe he's Billy the Kid. Review Karthik too. Yes, yes. So you watched the film. Oh man, that sucks. I did not. I do not. I don't think I saw who dropped that comment. It's Finland. What emergency can there be in one of the most peaceful cities in the world? It's just that the virtue adults that tell you that you have to behave. It's not even virtue signalers. Signalers are mostly liberals. So these people are definitely not liberals. And also, regarding Finland and whatever, some people are saying we are at war with Russia. She gave the speech about Russia. Then how can she party? Like let's say things are rough with Russia between Finland and Russia. She's not on the frontier. She's PM. She can work like 17 hours a day and still have drinks. और बधाई दो आई एम नॉट वॉच बधाई दो गेडेली क्राइम ठीक लग रहा है अभी पूरा नहीं देखा ओके ओके आई एम नॉट वॉच आई एम डन विद स्मॉल टाउन कॉमेडीज जफर आई एम done with these films. I've heard good things about बधाई दो but no I'm not watching any more small town comedies. I'm done. I'm sick of these small town comedies. I have to watch Karthikeya too. So but Gangubai Kathiawadi was fine. I did not regret watching it. I did not love it. I knew what I was going in for. It's a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film, so I knew this is not going to hit me hard. Propaganda. Yeah. So I knew it's going to hit me hard. It was not going to hit me hard. Gangubai, because it's a Sanjay Leela, but he does not focus on that aspect. Hera Fairy, highly. Hera Fairy 2000 is one of my all-time. I don't know what do you think of the film. If you watch this film, Indian critics do not like that film, especially people who have a left-leaning. No, sorry, this is my left. They do not like that film. I don't know why they don't like this film. They like Andaz Apna Apna way more than Hera Fairy. But I am sorry, I disagree with that because Andaz Apna Apna, when I watched it for the first time, I died laughing. But Teen Diware, but I don't think it has aged that well. Andaz Apna Apna. But Hera Fairy is a laugh riot. Teen Diware was good. I watched it in 2003 or maybe early 2004. Teen Diware had these guys, na, Jackie Shroff, Juhi Chawla. Hera Fairy is the remake of Malayalam Ramji Rao. Is it by Priyadarshan himself? Ramji Rao. Hera Fairy is a gut buster. Yes, Hera Fairy is. Okay, it's not by this guy, Ramji Rao. Okay, I did not know that. Ramji Rao. Ramji Rao speaking. Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, so yeah, obviously I've not watched this, so I'm sure. I mean, it's an original film, so it deserves more credit. But I watched Hera Fairy, and it's no less. I love that film. One of my all-time favorite films, easily. Comedies, and I've said this in this group repeatedly that I do not watch comedies, but this is one comedy that I really enjoy. I don't watch comedies mostly from other countries. I think I still like Indian comedies. I'm a very in comedies, my taste is very basic, no, non-fussy. I like Kapil Sharma. I like all Priyadarshan films, like all of them. Hera Fairy, Hangama, Mala Mal Weekly, Halchal, Chupke Chupke Chori Chori, Dana, whatever you have. Better film, Jagga Jasoos or Shahid? I have watched neither. So okay, Zafar of Priyadarshan is a remake of his own Malayalam films. Okay, Zafar, I have not watched even The Funeral. Yes, I want to watch them. So Zafar, I have not watched more than 50 films from more than 50 Bollywood films or Indian films since 2007 or 8. So I haven't watched either. Jagga Jasoos never appealed to me. I don't know why. I think it was too colorful for my taste. The trailer at least. And Shahid, I wanted to watch, but I have not watched it. I know it's uh, Rajkumar Rao and this guy. What is his name? Mehta. Easily, it's a brilliant film. Yeah, Jagga Jasoos never appealed to me. Yeah, not. Yes, Rajkumar Rao. Yes, that's what I. Yes. So I'm not a Anurag Basu fan. I've always found him to be awfully overrated. I watched his films. I have watched Kites and Life in a Metro and Ludo. Ludo was fine, but I think it got like, too positive reviews. It was not that amazing. Same goes for Life in a Metro. It was a good film. Yeah, I know. Shayad. I've heard so much of the film right from when it came out, since 2013. And Rajkumar Rao was hardly a big thing back then, but I've not watched it. Uh, yeah. I used to enjoy Rajkumar Rao acting so much, but nowadays I've not enjoyed so much because he has also been doing same kind of films. Rajkumar Rao, Ayushmann Khurrana, they've been doing the same kind of shit. Mostly these small town comedies or these rural comedies. You cannot, like, your interest cannot stay alive watching the same kind of films over watching an actor in same kind of films. So that's the problem. Even when they are doing a film that is of some other genre, I see shades of these small town films or these rural films. So I have always loved the idea of rural films, but I think Bollywood is, I don't know, it's just messing with that genre. When he was doing small budget films, he's still doing small budget films. I don't know how many big budget films he has done, but I though is not a big budget film. I don't know. It doesn't look like a big budget film, especially if it's LGBTQ. So definitely not a big budget film. I don't think Bollywood studios invest in these themes. So, but yeah, you might mean that since he has become a big actor, you don't enjoy his movies as much. Because in India or in Bollywood, they saturate Dil Se or Munna Bhai. Those are incomparable films. Uh, so obviously Dil Se has not aged well at all. So I'll go for Munna Bhai. Dil Se has not aged well. Now when you watch it, you actually see what you know molestation, rape, and all of that. It's hard to ignore that. I mean, obviously we did not detect that when we watched that film back when we were kids, but now when you watch it, it's like it sticks out. So and it's also I yeah I think. But it's not fair to compare both the films. Dil Se is a very intense, serious film. I don't think there is even one joke in the entire film. And Munna Bhai is a comedy, of course. But if I had to pick one for the night, I would I would pick Munna Bhai. Have aged well, and also Mani Ratnam films. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've watched any film by Ramkal Verma or Mani Ratnam, the old films recently. I don't think any film. Satya, Company, Con, Roja, Bombay, Yuva. I have not watched, I have not revisited these films in over 15 years, I think. I don't know. Dil Se is one of the most insensitive films I've ever watched. Rahman's music saved it, yeah. Uh, Yeah, so I cannot comment on that because I've not revisited these films in a long time, really long time. But of course, from what I remember, I loved all these films. Rangila, uh, Rangila, Satya Company, Con, Raat, Diwar or Sholay. Uh, these are tough comparisons, man. I mean, Sholay is such a wholesome film, right? I have to watch Sarai Putro. The Sholay is such a wholesome film. Like Diwar kind of sticks to one genre, especially in Indian context. It sticks to one genre as like for a Bollywood film. Sholay is too many films. Sholay is a spaghetti western. It's a comedy. It's a thriller. It's an action film. So I don't know. I don't think I can compare the two. But yeah, maybe I would like to watch Diwar more often than Kamal Hassan Icon, right? No, I am not. Uh, uh, yeah, maybe if I have to pick one, maybe if both these films are airing on TV and I have to pick one, maybe I would pick Diwar because it's more my genre. You know? It's very intense, serious film, emotional film. So yeah, I think I like that more. But that's my preference. I'm not saying I think it's a better film, but the genre or the overall tone of the film, I that suits my preference. Diwar, yeah. तेरे चेहरे से Sholay is inspired of Sen Samurai and few other movies. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. What do you prefer, Zafar? Of all the choices of all the questions you asked, what do you prefer between Sholay and Diwar, Munna Bhai and Dil Se? I won't ask about other films because I've not watched them. But yeah, out of these four, is better written overall Sholay worked because of Amjad Khan? No, I don't think that's a fair. I mean, I disagree with this, but to each his own. But I don't think that's a fair assumption. I love Diwar. I think it's kind of saying that Dark Knight works because of You Love Dil Se. I think it's kind of like that Dark Knight works only because of Heath Ledger's performance, which is not true at all in my view. And same holds true for Sholay. I think Sholay is a marvel. It's a technical marvel. There are some action scenes and there is I think everybody is great. Amitabh Bachchan, Dharmender, and Sanjeev Kumar. Most of the Bollywood movies we like are remakes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But there has been so much talk of remakes, like Bollywood movies are remakes of all this. I'm kind of bored of it now. Like Bollywood movies are remakes, Bollywood movies are propaganda. After this live stream, I'm going to watch Anbe Sivam and Lakshya. You've not watched Lakshya, so Anbe Sivam is I know Kamal Hassan and this guy, Maddie, R Madhavan, right? So yeah, that's also on my watch list. No, watch Lakshya for sure. I mean, because I've watched one of these films. Lakshya is a really good film. It's Farhan Akhtar's like my favorite Farhan Akhtar film. You're oh fuck man, shit. You're only 17 years old. How have you watched so many films, man? Like when I was 17, I don't know, man. My favorite film was I don't know. Dil To Pagal Hai. No, not Dil To Pagal Hai, but some Shah Rukh film was my favorite film when I was Devdas probably. Okay. Okay, Aparachit, Rohit, you look 19. I look 19. Thank you so much, man. Tell this to Praddy. Tell this to Praddy. Yeah, I do. I always play this guessing game with people. I ask them to guess my age. But I'm sure of all people, Praddy and Gen Z, they are sick of this game. So I do not want to torture them anymore. But yeah, you can still guess my age. Yeah, but that was sweet. I mean, I don't mind people telling me that I'm as old as I am, that I look as old as I do, but it's kind of flattering when people say that I look younger than I am. It's flattering. I'm not saying I feel uh, like I feel hurt when people guess my real age. That's not the case. You need to get your eyes tested. Why do I need to get my eyes tested? Lol. Why do I need to get my eyes tested? Check your stream resolution. Dude, my stream your view. I have not watched Aperture, dude. I don't get any option to adjust the stream resolution. I don't know about big YouTubers, but I don't get it. But why do I need to get my eyes tested, man? My eyes look different. I mean, I have very Sanjay Dutt types of eyes. But yeah. So yeah, what's your guess, Zafar? What is my age? So yeah, so you like Dil Se? You I think you prefer Diwar. That's what you said. Yeah, throw some more choices. Throw some more multiple choice type questions. This is a fun game. I like this game. Throw some like pre 2005. Oh, you speaking to the boss. I think boss's eyes. What is the weirdest thing you ate? Have you seen I movie? No, I've not seen I. I've seen very few South films. Very few South films. I think you have the greatest, the most sharpest eyes in the world, Zafar. I don't think I know anybody who has as sharp an eye as you have. Both eyes. It's amazing. Like when you said you are I look 19. I think that's like even Albert Einstein was not that good in his whatever he practiced as you are in terms of your eyesight. If that was an accurate analogy. Uh, I know. iMovie is very famous. I've heard of this film a lot, but I've not watched it. So thanks. Sorry about that. Uh, so yeah, sorry about that. But because then you will be taking a ton of big names, and I have not watched them, and across all industries, but especially South industries. What is the weirdest thing I've ate, eaten? What is the weird? I don't know. I mean, I only had lasagna once, and I did not like it. दिल वाले दुल्हनिया कुछ दिल वाले dude कुछ होता है even as a kid, I was 11 or 12 when I watched कुछ होता है when it came out. I don't know why it's such a cult film. Do you like Little Chokha? I like Litti Chokha, sorry. Yes, I like it. I've only had it once or twice, but I enjoyed it very much. Very, very much. दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे. Easy. Like if it's airing, if there is a competition between DDLJ and kuch hota hai 100 days of the year, I'll watch DDLJ 100 out of 100. I don't know why kuch hota hai is such a favorite film of a lot of people. I have no idea why, but like I'm telling you, this is not a recent woke thing. I hated that film even as a kid. Shankar's films usually are very much style over substance, Indian being the only exception, not my usual cup of tea. Hmm. So I is by Shankar. Okay. So what about you guys? DDLJ or कुछ होता है? Gen Z, Praddy, and sorry, of course Zafar. So yeah, when you're throwing these multiple choice questions, keep the movies to pre 2005 or pre 2006. I think I have watched all Hindi films. Vikram was also in I. Yes, I know. Vikram. I love कुछ होता है. You love कुछ होता है? I don't know, man. Both are horrible. Between DDLs and कुछ होता है, yeah. Like, do you find them horrible now, or did you find them horrible since you were a kid? Okay, so no two ways about it. DDLJ glorifies a lot of DDLJ is problematic as fuck, but so is कुछ होता है, and so are many Shah Rukh Khan films. But I'm talking Pani Puri or Pav Bhaji, not comparable, dude. Better actor Mohanlal or Kamal Hassan. Not for me to say. I've not watched more than one films of Mohanlal, which is Company, and Kamal Hassan. I also watched about 6 or 7 films. Pani Puri or Pav Bhaji, very difficult. Those are different things. You can compare Pav Bhaji with Tikki. Pani Puri is something else. Not I can't compare them because Pani Puri can be had easily, right? You are walking down the street and there is a गोलगप्पे वाला और पानी पूरी वाला and you're like हाँ भैया 10 पे के कर दो 5 या 20 पे के 5 कर दो and you can have it. But for pav bhaji you still need some space in your stomach. Vada pav or pav bhaji? I think pav bhaji. Very close, very close. It also depends on mood. Sometimes want to, I would prefer vada pav more, but mostly I think maybe 6 out of 10 times I would prefer pav bhaji over vada pav. But it has to be good. The pav has to be good. It needs to be drowned in butter, and the bhaji needs to be good. I never enjoyed them when I was a kid. My parents, when you grew up watching Kamal Hassan, Mohanlal, Shah Rukh Khan's work, yeah. Then yeah, that's a different thing, of course, of course. No, at my home, we watched whatever came on TV. So yeah, though my father is not a Shah Rukh Khan fan himself. Have you seen Bombay? Of course, Hindu man and Muslim woman fall in love with Mumbai where they had to growing religious tensions and erupting riots. Fahad Fasil, Nawazin Siddiqui. I've only watched very few Fahad Fasil films, and I love him as an actor. So I cannot. That would be an unfair comparison. And Nawazin, I have seen so many films, so I think both. So Bombay apparently, so Bombay is not the first film, but Bombay 1995 is the first film that I remember, like that I have a very vivid memory of watching in a movie hall. I watched it in Akash movie hall, that is in Azadpur in Delhi. I think it still stands. Love the music more than the movie. Yeah, music legendary. So I watched it with family, with my dad, brother, and my dad's friends and their kids. Bombay was great. Yeah, Bombay is apparently the first film that I remember quite vividly watching in theaters. But I watched one or two films before Bombay in theaters. Bombay or Roja? Oh shit, that's an impossible question to answer. छोटा सा दिल है छोटी सी रातें और ये हंसी वादियाँ ये खुला आसमां बॉम्बे हैज टू हीरे हम I think Bombay. I think Bombay. But not much to choose between the two. Terrible albums, both. So yeah, I don't know. But if I had to pick one, if you're like putting a gun on my head because you said I look 19, so I'm going to answer your question, Bombay. Yeah. I'm not 19, I'm 18. So yeah. You guys think of something? Ramgal Verma or Anurag Kashyap, I've been seen on 200 films. Roja is not is number one movie for music. Okay, number one. Yeah, very little choose. Ramgal Verma or Anurag Kashyap. I think there are two different generation filmmakers, right? Ram Gopal Verma was at his peak in the 90s, and Anurag Kashyap was at his peak in 2010s. Even though he has done some amazing work between 2003 and 10, but his peak came with Gangs of Wasseypur when he got really popular. I mean, of course, Dev D and Black Friday and Gulal, all of them came before Gangs of Wasseypur. But yeah, you can also consider them. But different generation filmmakers. I think Ram Gopal Verma was he broke a barrier. Rajnikant, I have not watched a lot of films, so yeah, not a fair comparison. So I think Ram Gopal Verma was the first of his kind. Anurag Kashyap, obviously, he has written a number of films for RGB. Yeah, OG. Yeah, that's the most appropriate way I can say that. He's the OG. So yeah, always OG, for sure. I mean, sure, Anurag Kashyap has written films for Ram Gopal Verma, but I mean, eventually he was a director. So yeah, RGB for sure. Rajnikant, Salman Khan, no man, I cannot choose. I've watched so many Salman Khan films. I've watched so few of Rajnikant films. So yeah, I think I only watched Hindi films of Rajnikant. Starting from Andha Kanun, Hum, and other films. Yeah. Have you guys watched Hum? What are your thoughts on Hum? Bhuvan Bam, neither. Neither, neither. Bhuvan Bam, I don't actually know what kind of videos he makes, but I have tried watching Carry Minati. I think he's a torture. So yeah. So again, YouTube is also something that I don't watch a lot. Like the popular things, the popular thing from the current generation that I watch. Yeah, OG's rule. Yeah, I agreed with you. OG's rule. I repeated what you said, Praddy. Bhula was scary. Your thoughts on Pratik Burhade. Bhul Bhulaiya 2007 was not scary. It was more funny. Scary, maybe there were some moments. Pratik Burhade, Dost, I have only watched, I think one video I watched, Vikram Medha trailer review. I have watched some of his videos in parts. He's a guy who just I mean, sorry if I'm offending anybody, but I think he's a guy who's out there to just spread hate and negativity. Uh, he's a typical right winger who would watch anything that stars people who are known to have some left wing ideology or some connection, and he will just hate. That's just trash talk those films. Uh, Regardless of what merit they have. I think he spews too much hate for me. Pratik Barade, toxic, toxic. I think his whole channel is based on. So it's funny because I commented I think on some video of his and he said, "Mister, this is not Pakistan. This is India. You cannot take away my freedom of speech and whatnot." So he assumed that I'm a liberal because he took Pakistan's name and he thought I'll defend Pakistan. So I told him, dude, there is Pakistanization happening on your channel. Pratik Borade, Pratik Borade, Borade. Uh, so yeah, so I told him there is your entire channel is based on the same idea that Pakistan stands on, which is hate. There's nothing else you do. And he said, uh, art and history have to be criticized. I said, this is not that. That's not what you do. This is criticism of art is not what your channel is about. Please just come out of this thing. So yeah, I don't. I have no respect for people like that. I mean, he has earned. I have never watched Pratik Burade because he don't speak English. Yeah, I mean, good for you. There's nothing to watch. Too much. There are so many channels in India. There are so many Twitter users in India who are just spewing hate all the time. So don't bother. So Praddy, like I was saying, OG, that's what I said. I said, yeah, that's what he is. Ram Kolorma, he's the OG. So what do you prefer, Zafar, between OG and RGB and Anurag Kashyap? Or who asked that? No, that was by Gen Z. What do you prefer between RGB and Nuna Prince? I think I've heard of him. Again, YouTube is also something that's largely an unexplored territory for me. Of the popular things that I watch sometimes and that I know of is our stupid reactions. I sometimes watch their videos, but other than that, I'm not subscribed to anything major. I don't think I'm subscribed to any big YouTuber. I don't know, man. Gen Z, I don't know. I think Pratik Burade says what he knows his viewers will like. What he says, I see. In my views, he does not say anything different. I don't know why people think that he's saying these things that are not said. Before Salman Khan even became a popular lead. Okay, yeah. So yeah, maybe that's you. Maybe you cannot compare the two. Why? Like, are messages appearing to you late, Praddy? Because you're following up on those. I think like 7 8 minutes after somebody entered them. Is my net slow or is your net slow? Or or maybe you're busy with something. Oh, guys, I'm gonna get some water. Having a problem with my phone again. Okay. Yeah, so Ramgopal Verma or Anurag Kashyap. I mean, the ones who have not answered. Gen Z, Zafar. Danny who got a massive praise for RRR and Rajamouli. Has he? What is his favorite piece film? Period piece film. What's my favorite period piece film? Indian or foreign? I cannot recall anything, Indian or foreign, apart from the recent ones. Bahubali, RRR. Uh, uh, Indian. I don't know Indians know how to make period pieces. At least Bollywood. I've only watched Bollywood films. So I think recently I watched Sarpata. So let's keep Bahubali and RRR away from that discussion. Sarpata Parambarai was an amazing period piece. So yeah, in Bollywood, yeah, Sardar Udham was there. Then Legend of Bhagat Singh was there. Gandhi, my father. Have you guys watched Gandhi, my father? Wait, let me get some water. You guys talk amongst yourself. Give me 30 seconds. So yeah, Gandhi, my father. Has anybody watched it? You are really smart. Why is he smart? Tenali Rama, Sardar Udham, Saira, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't call. I don't think Saira would be my favorite. I love that film, uh, but not so much. Not so much. But I like I said, I liked it more than Bahubali. But yeah, not as much as to put it in one of my no, all-time favorite lists for a particular genre. Yeah, his knowledge. I've told him that it should be him who should be running a YouTube channel. He watched Liger before it even got released in theater movie halls. He watched Liger before there was a premiere for the film industry. He watched Liger before Karan Johar did. Praddy, not joking. The first two are really old film. The great Shivaji Ganesan got the name Shivaji. It has the name after performance. Chhatrapati. Next South Indian film in your list. Sankarabharanam. So, also Surari Potru, but first Sankarabharanam. It's 12:30 in India. Yes, it is. So, so Danny also likes R. Rajkumar. I guess he has a thing for RR. So there is R. Rajkumar and then there is RRR. Shankara Bharnam and Surar Putra are in your list. No, not 3 months. Not 3 months. So, dude, so first I was down. I got down with COVID. Uh, then, uh, then I have not been watching South films from last 10 days. Okay, I'll tell you some new names. So there is Kala. It's a Malayalam film. There is another Fahad Fasil Malayalam film which is on Prime right now. He Malian Kinju or something like that. So Kala Malian Kinju. Hey, thanks, Paddy, by the way. Thank you. And there are some films that I have discovered on Prime. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so there are some films. There is a Kamal Hassan Sridevi film from 1977 where he's playing this. I don't know, he's playing some lady killer or something. Yeah, Fahad Fasil. It's the craziest film after 1 hour. I have to watch Kala. Were you the one who recommended me Kala? Uh, Best Prime movie Drishyam 2. Hmm. Drishyam, I think I'll take my sweet time to get to that. Uh, yeah. And what else? So yeah, there was this Kamal Hassan. Wait, let me see. No, not Sadma, dude. Not Sadma. Uh, yes, Siga. Oh, who was the one who wrote that message? Yes, yes, that one. Yeah, Sigapu Rojakal. Is it good? Is it good? How's the film? Anime I don't watch. Arumal, hey, what's up? Welcome to my welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live session. I don't watch anime, man. Sorry, not a big fan. Have you watched Kamal Hassan? No, I have not. No, dude, I told you right. I have started exploring South cinema very recently. So no, no. So how is this film? This Kamal Hassan film? Siggapur Rojakal. Is it good? Worth watching? One of Kamal's best performance, and that's a big statement considering the sheer volume of that man's work. Okay, so I discovered it on my own. Nobody suggested this film to me, so I'm proud of myself for that. Siggapur Rojakal. Yeah. And how is Malayan Kunju? Malayan Kunju? Malayan Kunju. Okay. That's the first time I have properly read the name. How's Malayan Kunju? I've heard amazing things. Film from which Gandhi has inspired a scene from Kill Bill worth watching. My mom says that film actually she's a big Kamal fan. Okay. Hmm. So it's okay. That scene from Kill Bill was inspired from that film that you mentioned. Good to know. So Mother is a Kamal Hassan fan. My mother is a Dharminder fan. And my father, I don't think he has ever been a fan of. No, no, sorry. He has been a fan of Raj Kapoor. And then, like 2, 3 decades ago, he was a Sanjay Dutt fan. Now he does not watch films. He does not watch anything now. So yeah. But yeah, he was really into Raj Kapoor and then he was quite into Sanjay Dutt. Hmm. Ala Bandhan. Ala Bandhan, huh? Yeah, the animated action sequences were inspired from Kamal's Ala Bandhan. Tarantino said this in an interview. Nice. And it's not a very old film. 2001. There is Raveena Tandon, Manisha Koirala, Kittu Gidwani is also there. And it's there on everything. It's Prime, Hotstar. Wow. 100 million budget. It was dubbed as Abhay in Hindi, I think. Maybe I've heard Abhay. Maybe. Well, I've not been watching a lot of stuff lately. I think I'm stuck to The Sun for now. I'm still on the fourth episode of that show. Is a legend. Yeah, yeah, of course, Kamal Hassan. Yeah, I know of Kamal Hassan since I was a baby. It's just that I've not watched his films because accessibility was a problem, and in Delhi you don't get to watch f- these films in the original language. India make any animation movies? I think Indians have tried and failed. And Tamil cinema during 70s and 80s was the really path where once you get a taste of it, it's hard to let go. Okay, it was exactly the opposite in Bollywood. Okay, so I'll explore more. I think it's the same with Hollywood, right? 70s and 80s in Hollywood was just amazing, amazing. Hmm. Okay. So there are quite a few films added in my list from 80s, and though they are mostly Kamal Hassan films. There is a there's Nayakan. There's this film which I mentioned, whatever that name was, Rojakal or something, and then there are one or two more. There is Sagara Sangamam. Yes, there is Sagara Sangamam. That film is not available with subtitles. So maybe if I ever have it, I'll watch it. Budgetary constraint and lack of sophisticated audience is a big reason. Have you guys watched this film, Daniel Day Lewis's last film, uh, Phantom Thread? Has anyone watched it? How is it? I've been wanting to watch this film a year before it released because that's when he announced that he's retiring from films. But I did not get to it. Still not gotten to it. Yeah, 5 6 years since the film. Boycott over. I'm going to see Brahmastra Part One Shiva in theaters. Who's boycott over? Were you boycotting Bollywood? Animation is really financially intensive and MNC style production can pull off. Corporate film production only recently kicked off in India. Boycott over as in who's boycott? The boycott in India is not over. It's picking up the pace. Everything is boycotted. Vikram Vedha is already boycotted. It's like whatever KRK Kamal R Khan wants boycotted, that gets boycotted. He's one of the biggest influencers in India right now. Kamal R Khan. That guy does not know elbow from ass, but he's one of the biggest influencers in India right now. Which tells you way more than you should know about India. Hmm. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope it's big. I've only seen the first teaser that came out, and I also reacted to the song Kesaria before a day before I got hit by COVID. So it's still in lying in my phone. I still not put it up on the channel. But that's it. That's all I watched of Brahmastra. So I'm not into. I don't watch songs and trailers much. It's kind of they're too spoiler filled and all. And there is also this video I think of Brahmastra, some fancy video they put out. Not watched it either. Did you watch Shamshira? Zafar. Shamshira I watched. One of my favorite 2022 films. We did not ask about 2022. Ambulance, dude. I saw Shamshira Magic Rose. Yeah, I was kidding about favorite. It's a terrible. How did you find the film? Were you the one who mentioned Magic Rose in the last session? I remember somebody mentioned the same thing, Magic Rose. I think it has to be you. It has to be you. No, so you guys have watched Ambulance, Michael Bay's Ambulance. That's the only Michael Bay film that's worth watching. It was fun. As a tall man, what kill most movies in India? People are either extremely derisive or extremely eager. It's expression of greatness that kills. I have no idea which statement of Zafar are you referring to? Okay, Zafar, if you're not new to the channel, but still, this is the first time you're talking. So yeah, you can hit the dollar sign somewhere on your screen, and you can make just to be nice to me. You can make some payment. Potentially being okay, yeah, right, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, let's see if it is bigger than KGF. Who knows? But to be honest, I'm not terribly excited for the film. I don't even know if I will watch the film. So yeah, and it has nothing to do with boycott. I think anybody who has been to these live sessions pretty much knows my thoughts on Bollywood, on boycott. It's just that I'm not excited at all for the film. I hope I hope I'm proven wrong, but not crazy for it as of now. I only want to watch Vikram Vedha. That's the only film that I'm excited about from Bollywood. The only film. Okay. Hmm. Are you excited for Brahmastra, Praddy? Like as excited as Zafar is? Oh, Amsterdam has not come out yet. I thought it's already out. Okay. So let me throw some names at you. Hmm. Also, same thing for Ranbir, because, like I mentioned, I barely watched like 50 films in the last 15 years, so I've not watched a lot of Ranbir's work. Though comparatively, I think I watched decent number of films of his. So I don't think too highly of him. My favorite Ranbir film is Wake Up Sid, which is by the same director as Brahmastra, right? But other than Wake Up Sid, I don't think there is any Ranbir film that I'm crazy about. I've watched Barfi. I've not watched this film over depression with Deepika. I've not watched that film. But Rocket Singh, yes, Rocket Singh was also good. Rocket Singh was also good. But that's it. That's it. I've watched other films too. Sanju was terrible. Tamasha, yeah, Tamasha. It's a snooze fest. I don't know. I've only heard two types of opinions about Tamasha. One is people who mock Tamasha. One is people who mock people who think Tamasha is a very deep film with deep themes and whatnot. And then there is another audience which says Tamasha is a very deep film. It's all heart. It's one of the brilliant films of last decade or something. So yeah, it confused reviews. So yeah, Rocket Singh Wake Up said, Tamasha I have not watched. Sanju was a terrible film. Brahmastra, Barfi. Barfi was Barfi was a compilation of Charlie Chaplin's videos on YouTube, but it still had a lot of heart. It wasn't bad, but strict one time watch. I think Priyanka Chopra was the one who should have walked out with all the accolades from Barfi. But it was Ranbir Kapoor who walked out with all the accolades. I have no fucking clue why. Because Priyanka Chopra she was insanely. I still remember when I watched that film and I talked to my brother, and both of us were like, she was something else. Imtiaz Ali shows off. What is his show off? That town or his, like, see, I'm a serious director. I can make this kind of film. I mean, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. Like, what is he showing off? Yeah, I think he's also one of those like comes across one of those directors in Bollywood who I think take themselves too seriously. Imtiaz Ali. I think he has an opinion about himself that I make these deep films which have an underlying theme. They are very beautiful to look at from the outside, but when you dig deep, they have a lot of heart. I think that's what he thinks of his movies, and that's what his fans think of his movies too, which is not maybe true. I've not watched Highway. How is Highway? I think the only Imtiaz Ali movie that I remember watching like multiple times is Jab We Met. It's silly. It's a very basic film, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy watching that film. Not I won't I won't rate that movie highly. Yeah. Self-indulgent. That's the word. That's the phrase. Self-indulgent. Even when he talks, he appears to be very self-indulgent. So yeah, Jab We Met is a fun film. I really like that film. Have you watched it, Zafar? Gen Z, where are you? What do you think of uh, Jab We Met or any other film? I don't even know how many people are online. It shows me one. Highway was good. Cocktail was okayish. Cocktail is not his direction though, right? Cocktail is made by that guy. who made Being Cyrus. Oh fuck. Imtiaz Ali is the producer, but he's not directed that film. That's what I remember. Being Cyrus was good. Imtiaz Ali wrote it. Okay. Oh fuck. Hmm. Uh, yeah, let's talk about Hostiles, man. I don't think we talked. I think we mentioned Hostiles once. We did not talk about it because I just saw its thumbnail, so it came back to me. It's what do you think of Hostiles? It's one of my favorite all-time hit films, especially for Christian Bale. He's really good. American Animals. Has anybody watched American Animals? It's a recent film, 2018. Not that recent. Foxcatcher is good. Foxcatcher was really good. Steve Carell is unrecognizable. Then Spencer. Spencer, have you guys watched Spencer? This lady, whatever her name is, the Twilight girl. Kristen Stewart. Man. She and Robert Pattinson. American Hustle. Oh, really? Hmm. It was a really amazing performance, but I wouldn't say it was my favorite. No, no, not for me. I think I like his performances in Fighter, Out of the Furnace. Yeah, it is. No, he does a lot of different films where he loses weight, gains weight, and all of that. Like even that film is so different. Uh, Vice, Vice is the name, right? Yeah, Vice, where he's playing this guy, uh, Dick Cheney. So it's a very unique role for him. He's unrecognizable, and there are some other amazing actors in that film. There is Steve Carell, there is Jesse Plemons, Sam Rockwell. No, the Tonatiu's character, goofy, desperate, vulnerable. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, but I agree. But I think I like Christian Bale the most when he's intense and sad. That's my favorite type of Christian Bale. Intense and sad. I don't know why. It's a bias, and he's as sad can get in Hostiles, and intense, and in Out of the Furnace, in these two films. He's also goofy and all in Fighter, but he's super intense in these two films. And I thought it was difficult for him to stand out in a role like Hostiles because it's a very common type of role, like the Hostiles role. Uh, Actors, heroes play that kind of a role all the time, and that's why I think I like him so much in that film because he managed to stand apart even in this role, which is kind of very heroish in nature, and so many actors play it every year. But I think he was still. But I think he managed to do something else with that role, with that not so different role. So yeah, extremely similar to Tom Cruise's character in The Last Samurai. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, kind of. But I loved it, and it's brutal, the film, and that scene gets you. That scene when he discovers this girl, this woman, this gone girl actor whose name I cannot recall. Uh, he discovers her in all that burned up house. Oof, that was something. Rosamund Pike, thank you, Rosamund Pike. I mean, I could have just easily brilliant actress. I think my favorite performance of her remains Gone Girl. Oof, she's she's scary in Gone Girl, and that is such an anti-marriage film, dude. That's such an anti-marriage film. Uh, and I happened to watch it with my then girlfriend and now wife, and we're like, "Are we sure we want to get married?" Uh, which reminds me of another Ben Affleck anti-marriage film, Deep, just Deep. Wait, have you watched Deep? It's with Ben Affleck and this film, this actor Anna D. Armas. What the fuck, whatever her name is, she was in the latest Bond film. Deep, yeah. I think Deep was fine. Not a great Deep Water, yeah, Deep Water. Anna D. Armas, right? Yes, yes. That's who she. That's her name. I'm going to forget this name in exactly 12 seconds from now. But yeah, Anna D. Armas. I think I saw her for the first time. I noticed her for the first time in this film, Knock Knock, with the Matrix guy, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Have you watched Knock Knock? That's also a fun watch. Keanu Reeves. Yeah, I I could recall. So have you watched that film? Cliche thriller, Knock Knock. It's not a cliche thriller. What are you saying? What? There's nothing cliche about it. I did not expect it to turn out the way it did. To me, I was wondering the whole time, like, what are these girls trying to do? Did you obsession, the secretary, etc. are very similar? Maybe. Yeah, but it's a one night thing. I did not expect the this one night movie to end in such a way. The poster of Indian 2. No, no, I think I did. Let me look at it right now. Indian 2. Yeah, no, I like that film. Ooh, wow, he looks old. I don't think I'm a fan of the makeup. It looks very plasticy. I don't know. It looks very fake. But I hope it would be better than this in the film. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I like the poster. What do you think of this poster, Gen Z? And Gen Z, please tell me your name. A Private War, Rosamund Pike's film. I think I have watched that film. I think I have. I think I have. This film is added to my watch list since 2018, but I don't think I have watched it because it's a 2018 film. I would have remembered watching it for sure. She plays a reporter journalist in war torn country. I think I have watched it now. Now that you say it like that. Shit, I cannot. I think I watched it. Only Kamal Hassan and Vikram can pull off multiple roles in a single film. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So this film is a private war is sitting in my watch list since it came out, but I do not remember if I watched this film. It's there on torrents too. I know that much from many years. I Care a Lot. Yes, I Care a Lot was a crazy film. She's as evil in I Care a Lot as she was in Gone Girl. I like that film a lot. I Care a Lot. Yeah, it was a visceral. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right thing to say, but maybe I'll still say it. It was a very visceral chick flick. It was reminiscent of those chick flicks, but it was a dark chick flick. Was a complete contrast to everything she had done till that point in her career. What else have I watched of her? I don't know. I've watched a lot of films with her, but I cannot recall. But Gone Girl, then that's kudos to the director. I think it was by this guy, right? Lynch, no, David Fincher, right? David Fincher made Gone Girl, right? I'm not googling right now, please. So just tell me in the message. I'm looking at Rosamund Pike's page. Jack Reacher, Die Another Day. David Fincher directed Gone Girl, right? A Long Way Down, The World's End, The Devil You Know, Wrath of Titans. Yeah. I've watched a lot of these films. David Fincher, yes. I always get confused between these two names, David Lynch and David Fincher. David Lynch films are the ones that I don't have much expectation from Indian too because it is delayed too much. Yeah, then I think you're that's justified. The too much delayed films are never good, and that poster looks terrible. If I am to be honest with you, Fracture is this one, Ryan Gosling and that legend. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins. Fracture I watched. Fracture I remember watching because I watched this film very recently. So yeah, I've watched her here and there. Rosamund Pike. Uh, but yeah, I think Gone Girl was a surprise to me. And Education, she was also in An Education. Okay, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing her in An Education. I'm not sure if this is the official poster. That may be true because it is so bad that it may not be the official poster because it's really bad. It's like it's like somebody used watercolor or crayons on Kamal Hassan's face. So yeah, you may be right. Jenzi, what's your name? Are you also Chaya? Are you Chaya or are you someone else? Was the wife in An Education? She was the wife. She's Vikramaditya Raj. Oh, your name is Vikramaditya Raj. Hi, Vikram. She was the wife of who? She was the mother of Carrie Mulligan. Oh, she was the wife of this guy, Colin Firth. Okay, okay. I thought you meant she was the mother of Carrie Mulligan. I was like, what? Why did she play her mother? Okay. Yeah, I watched An Education in 2009 or maybe early 2010 when it had just come out. Okay, no, sorry, it's Peter Sarsgaard. I'm really sorry. Yeah, Chai is someone. Sorry, it's Peter Sarsgaard. It's not Colin Firth. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said Colin Firth. He does look like Colin Firth sometimes. At least in this film, he does. Peter Sarsgaard. Yeah. Uh, so she's playing Peter Sarsgaard's wife. I have zero memory of that character's wife. I remember little. I remember that walk down the road with Cello, and he's almost kind of stalking her. Then he drops her at home, and then there is a scene where she's outraging on her parents like schoolgirls are always seduced by older men. But what happened to you? she's saying to her parents. I don't know why this line has stuck in my head since 2009, but this line is there if you guys remember. Uh, yeah. Peter Sarsgaard is also an interesting actor. He has his own acting style. Have you guys watched? Okay, have you guys watched Pawn Sacrifice with Toby Maguire? Peter Sarsgaard is in that one. Nice film. I think one of the last known films of Tobey Maguire before the latest Spider-Man. It's like Hollywood has almost boycotted him. What I hear, him and uh, Norton, Edward Norton, the Family Man review. It's a TV show. I will not promise you that I'm going to watch it. I always loved Manoj Bajpayee, but I'm not ready for an Indian web series. I've not watched more than two or three Indian web series, and I'm not in a mood. There are too many other things to watch. Yes, yes, yes. Bobby Fischer film. Correct, correct. It was a good film. Satya or Shul. Satya is a much larger film. Satya, but yeah, Shul was good. Great watch. Yeah, Satya was better, but yeah, Shul was also not a bad film. No, Pawn Sacrifice. I don't know. I always thought that Robert Toby Maguire is. I have always thought of him as such a good actor. I don't know why he's not thought of as a good actor. Uh, I remember watching this Our Stupid Reactions once. I don't know which video they were talking about, Rick and Corbin, and they had terrible things. I've not watched either of these. Arjun Reddy, Kabir Singh. I don't know. I don't remember the context, but they were like, he cannot act, and he is a misfit in this frame. And I was like, why do people say these things about Tobey Maguire? Because he has a film with this guy, uh, Michael Caine. I've realized if I don't laugh, if I just keep a straight face, the names come to me. So he has a film with Michael Caine and Charlize Theron. Jersey. Dude, Vikram, you already know. Just coming from you, there is a list of like 7 dozen films already. I cannot watch Jersey. I'm also not very much I'm not into sports biopics, to be honest. I know it's a different sports biopic and all. It's not a usual sports biopic, but there is a huge list waiting for me to watch. So Jersey may not be possible, man. Sorry. Uh, Also, I'm not really into that. Uh, yeah, Charlie Theron, Toby Maguire, and Michael Caine. That also reminds me of Sea Biscuits, Toby Maguire and Charlie Theron. Have you watched these films? If you're googling, then you know the names. The Cider House Rules. Anybody watched The Cider House Rules? Yeah, Sea Biscuit was good. There is Jeff Bridges in it, right? Jeff Bridges is always The Cider House. Yeah. What do you think of The Cider House Rules? I love that film, and Toby Maguire in it for sure. Have you watched? Have you guys watched it? It's okay if it's like a generic drama film. Never seen the Cider House Rules. Okay. Hmm. So Kaira Kalkin is. So do you guys watch Succession? Have you guys watched Succession? I'm sure you have. What do you think of Succession? I have to revisit again. Was it a long time ago? No, if you found it generic or long time ago, I recommend it not. I suggest you don't revisit it now because you're going to hate it even more now. Because I understand what you're saying. Uh, yeah. I argue on knockout. Sorry, knock or knock, but no, not on this because I kind of know what you're saying. I don't watch. Oh, you don't watch Success. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's the same. It was the same with me before lockdown. But once lockdown started, I started running out of films to watch. Uh, Also, because I did not run out of films to watch. Basically, I bought all these OTT subscriptions. Before that, I was only downloading films from torrent. So once I purchased these OTT subscriptions, now downloading films seems to be a task. I'm too lazy to download films now, so I just turn on some OTT and I watch it. But I was still till March, April 2020. I was a complete torrents guy, and I never watched I had watched probably two or three web series by that time. Breaking Bad was one, two seasons of House of Cards. Dhruv Rathi, I have zero views on Dhruv Rathi. He's a joke. I I let out a grin when you mentioned him. I have no views on Dhruv Rathi. See, Dhruv Rathi, Pratik Borade, Kamal R Khan, these are just people who are minting money. These people know what their audience wants to hear, so they say that kind of stuff. I have zero interest in them. I've watched some videos of Dhruv Rathi. I have watched some clippings from Vijay Borade, Pratik Borade, and other YouTubers. Not my thing. What do you think of Dhruv Rathi? I mean, this guy is making money. He has, I think, about 50 lakh subscribers. Good for him. Good for him. And then there is another YouTuber, Beer Biceps. Game of Thrones and Money Heist terrible final season were the deal breaker their web series are concerned. Money Heist last season, I think I liked it. Yeah. Money Heist is not that like intellectually stimulating. I mean, it's very there's a lot of planning, plotting, and it's a very clever show. But it's not one of those deep shows. I think so. That last season was, I think, in line with, for me, it was as good or bad as the shows that preceded it. So yeah, Game of Thrones I have not watched. I've not watched Game of Thrones. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Money Heist is the most overrated, illogical crap. Yeah. Uh, yeah. What do you think? What do you think of Dhruv Rathi? I watched Sicario. Yes, Sicario. Of course. And I remember the name, Josh Brolin, and I forgot the name of the actress. Fuck, Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt and Josh Brolin. Yes, I love Sicario. And I also think I watched Sicario too, but I've forgotten. I don't know actually if I have watched Sicario too. I've completely forgotten about that film. If I have watched it, I do not remember half a fucking scene from that film. Sicario 2. But Sicario 1 was, especially that scene where when they're taking some prisoner, or taking somebody in, through the traffic. Yeah, the revenge scene. No, but I think the scene that I remember the most was at the very beginning of the film, like in the first 15-20 minutes or something, when they're taking somebody through this busy road and they don't know where the bullets may start getting fired from, like, the whole army may come to attack them from this direction, from this, from north, northwest, south, southwest. That was a scene filled with so much tension. I was like, oh dude, shit. I hope they don't get attacked. Where is their enemy? Where are they gonna get attacked from? I was too nervous in that scene. I remember that. It was a long time back, I think 4 or 5 years ago. But that is the scene I remember the most, more than the revenge scene, because it was literally at the edge of my I was like, कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? Oh, fuck. Is an underrated performer. Emily Blunt was brilliant as usual. Which reminds me, Emily Blunt, Looper. Looper, you must have watched. Looper is probably my favorite time travel film. I'm not a fan of many time travel films. I don't like them a lot. But Looper is, I love that film. Money Heist was a flop in Spain. Or yeah, I know. Money Heist, Money Heist did not turn a lot of heads in Spain. No, but it does look like they worked really hard on that show, so it paid off. Good for them. Uh, yeah, Looper. I watched Looper. The Adjustment Bureau. Matt Damon, right? Matt Damon, Emily Blunt. Yes, I only watched that film once. I don't know what you think of it, but I love that film. At least I loved that film when I watched it. I don't know why Indians are so obsessed with Money Heist. Yeah, I also liked Money Heist. I watched Money Heist, the latest season, as soon as it came out. It's see, like, even if you don't like it, you can still understand why, because anybody who likes Money Heist, it's this thing, right? It's a thriller. It's what happens next thing. So if you like it, so you want to watch it right away. All these what happens next things. So yeah, I loved Adjustment Bureau. It was funny, and it was also very engaging. It was light-hearted, of course, but yeah, very engaging, very engaging. Matt Damon was good. Emily Blunt was great. Yeah, season one was actually worth the hype. Hmm. I think I liked all the seasons equally. Yeah, I cannot differentiate, to be honest, between the different seasons. Or probably, I don't know. I can differentiate between the different seasons for Ozark. Have you watched Ozark? What do you think about Ritik fake about the accent on TV? You're saying the exact things as Chaya was saying the other day. Exact same things. That's why I thought you were Chaya. Or who knows? Fake of the accent. Yeah, it's fake. What do you say? It's a bad thing to have a fake accent, and you know, especially when the audience gets to know about it. Nothing else to say. It's a bad thing. Yeah. Only season one was good. Also, you liked season one? That's good. I'm wondering who is Chaya. Dude, I'm South Indian and even I could pick up Ritik's fake accent. Yeah, it's okay. See, I told you the other day, I'm not big on accents. So his accent is most. I picked up his accent. His accent is most obvious when he says that line. यहाँ तो दोनों बुरे हैं. He pulls a cup. That is when his accent is, I think, most prominently fake. So yeah. So I picked up on his accent, but I don't. I've never given too much importance to accents, to be honest. Like I said, I think I said it in the last session. So it's okay. It's fake, obviously. The Devil Wears Prada was also good. Yes, it's a legendary film. Meryl Streep. Yeah, my phone is jacked. Nobody could play Veda better than Veda Sithpati. Sure. Yeah. Sithupati was so terrifying in that role. I've not watched the film, so yeah. But I've heard similar things. Not scene to scene copies. Yeah, that depends on the filmmaker. No, I mean the Pushkar Gayatri must have thought that they want to just copy scene to scene. So that's a creative call. I don't think we have any. We should have any we have any stake there. If you don't watch, yeah, I hate it when filmmakers do this. Yeah, I think especially in this time they should avoid doing that, considering now the audience for these films have expanded, especially South films have expanded. So it's not like 2019 or time before that. I think Arjun Reddy, the number of people who must have watched Arjun Reddy in 2019, I think 30 times more people have watched Jersey or Vikram Vedha or any other recent remake that has come out. So yeah, maybe they'll stop doing that now, especially if Vikram Vedha fails. Bollywood fans are giving excuses that VV is not a Bollywood film, saying that it's the same and one of the producer. No, no, yeah, it's a Bollywood film. It's a Bollywood film. Doesn't doesn't matter who made that film. It's a Bollywood film through and through. I mean, I could still say Liger is not a Bollywood film because the director is from South India, actor, the leading guy Vijay Devarkonda, but obviously not Vikram Vedha. I mean, Hrithik, Saif, these are the two biggest mainstream actors of Hindi cinema. So it's crazy to say that Vikram Vedha is not a Bollywood film. Ligar is a Bollywood film. It's considered a Bollywood film. It's a Hindi film, I think, right? But I mean, spiritually, spiritually speaking, I don't think so because see, the director and the actor, I know the involvement of the crew matters, right? Especially the leading actor and the director. I think they have retained their style. I don't know. I don't know. I think you guys know better. You have watched it. So yeah, maybe my view over Liger is not qualified enough. But no, let's stick to Vikram Vedha. Vikram Vedha is a Bollywood film through and through. It doesn't matter who has directed it. When you have Hrithik Roshan and Saif Ali Khan in the leading roles, and a bunch of Bollywood actors. Yeah, yeah, I know. 175 crores. Please don't talk about Liger, PT. Yeah, let's not talk about Liger then. I understand. What was the last film that made me feel that way? I'm going to say one name, but I think that's going to offend. How is it possible? How is it not possible? 175 crores. I don't like. I think majority of it is may have been what Saif and Ritik charged. Yeah. Uh, uh, so yeah, there is one film that I was tortured watching in the movie hall. I'm not going to mention it again. I have mentioned it 700 times. No, hey, bye for what's up. I did not. I did not. Praddy, the purple ball of Thanos, watched it. He loved it. He and his wife, they are going to watch it again tomorrow, Sunday. I think they are going to watch two shows tomorrow. The husband wife. Uh, Kashmir Files? No. Rais was a torture, I think. Hey man, yeah. Rais was a torture for me. I think the movie that I remember, I was like, how am I going to finish this film in a movie hall? And I also watched it with my wife. And throughout Rais, my wife and I were like why, why is this happening? And why are they pretending like we are part of this really gritty, realistic film? I'm seeing like you are seeing like it today. Okay, I think that makes Praddy really happy to hear that because he's going wall to wall recommending that film to everybody. Uh, so yeah, Rise was terrible. Uh, व्हाट्सअप कौस्तुभ ये सब इतना इतना लेट काहे आ रहे हो 150 minutes dude we're closing in on 150 minutes now chalo never mind my back is about to break I'm 46 dude you should think of my back and my legs uh, what else is there Rise I was saying Rise what do you guys think of Rise pathetic yeah same feels such a bad film, dude. Lager is literally one of the worst films I've ever watched. Let me tell you, I have. Yeah. Oh shit. Pfeiffer, are you reading it? Rai should have been released in Pakistan. I'm not. I don't care about the politics and all. I have no. I mean, let's leave all of that aside. It's a film. It's a. I mean, first of all, everything is so easy for this guy. I mean, he wants to become the local leader, local Gundon ka leader. There you go. Now he wants to become Gujarat के gang का सबसे बड़ा leader. Okay, easily. Yeah. I also watched in theaters. Exactly. Praddy. And then in the whole movie, Costo, Praddy, Vikram, and whosoever else is there by far, Zafar, in the whole film, Shah Rukh Khan's this brave, bold, gutsy character, gutsy character faces one setback in the entire fucking film. This huge guy, and what does he do after that setback? He cries like a baby in the lap of in his wife's lap, Mahira, whatever her name is. And it's like, aren't you supposed to be like what? Baniye ka dimag, Pathan ka jigar or something like that. This is Pathan ka jigar. You like everything comes so easy to you in life, and then you have one minor setback, and then you start crying like a baby. Pushpa and Rais. Thank you. I'm not going to watch Pushpa then. So for sure. And Mahira has, I mean, I don't know what she's doing in that film. You imported an actor from Pakistan. At least give her something to do. Uh, and what else was there? So he was a pussy in pop culture language words. He's a wimp, Rais. Uh, yeah. So and like you said, it was the Shah Rukh Khan. Yeah, it was Shah Rukh Khan. He was just himself in that film. Bad film, terrible film. So, Bifur, did you watch anything recently? Pushpa is an upgrade in the sense that Allu perform immersive. Nagarjuna film The Ghost trailer looks stylish. Hmm. Okay, I'll watch. Don't know who the hell gave it 6.6 on IMDb. What, Rise? I think the critics liked the movie alright. That's how the Indian critics are. They're a weird fucking bunch, and a lot of users, maybe a lot of Shah Rukh Khan fans. It's like Indian John Wick. That one, Ghost. Screen presence is so good. Nagarjuna's screen presence is so good. I haven't watched a Nagarjuna film in 25 years, I think. Yeah. So Shiva, Hum. No, no, so not Hum. Yeah, Hum. No, Khuda Gawa. Sorry, Khuda Gawa, not Hum. Khuda Gawa, Shiva, and maybe some more films. Zakm. Okay. So yeah, your expectations are set, I think. So you might not hate that film a lot. The bar is set really, 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 really low, I guess, by far, because everybody I have talked to has hated the film. The reviews are terrible, terrible, terrible. So yeah, go with those expectations and seasoned performer. Yeah, the Ghost trailer. I should react to the Ghost trailer. These trailers get blocked though. I mean, Cobra got blocked, so I posted this review. There is like in the Cobra trailer review, I'm like, okay, I'm going to react to the trailer, and then I look down, and the shot cuts to me suddenly reviewing the trailer without even watching it. That must have felt weird to anybody who watched it. Not many people watched it though. So yeah. So I hope the same does not happen with Ghost. Everyone hated Bhagi 3, but you loved it. Haven't watched. I think I've only watched one Tiger Shroff film, War. And I don't think I've watched anything else. Some scenes from his first film, because that comes on TV sometimes. Hero Pati. Chalo guys, let's go. Uh, people who have watched Game of Thrones, how is this new show? Like, is it? Can you watch the show without Game of Thrones? Tiger Shroff. So yeah, is it possible to enjoy this show? Tiger Shroff and Arjun Kapoor. Arjun Kapoor is actually not that bad an actor. I've only watched one film of his, Sandeep or Pinky Farrar. I thought he was pretty good. I won't put him in the same category as Tiger Shroff for sure. I watched one film each of these two. I think he's miles ahead of Tiger Shroff for sure. Yeah, you told me. Yeah, I'm going to watch Sitaraman for sure. Sitaraman I'm going to watch. Yeah. House of Dragon. You need to watch Game of Thrones for it. But a lot of people are saying that it's possible to enjoy without Game of Thrones. Sitaramam is great. This fun, na? Mrunal Thakur and who else? Nani? I don't know. Or is Nani in Kartikeya too? Or is Nani in neither of these two films? None of these. Oh yes, yes. Dulquer Salman. Yes, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That he's the guy who is in that film. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. 2nd September, right? I'm going to watch it. What is the date today? 28th. Rashmika Mandana is also in the film. Okay. I've only watched Rashmika Mandana's some videos on Facebook or something, and some pictures. I have not watched Kartikeya too. Kaustubh. I. This is another question that I have like. House of Dragon is a prequel, and a lot of the world building is already done, and you need to watch OG to understand the jargon, if you know what I mean. Hmm. Okay, then that's not happening because I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones. Too many episodes. Too many episodes. 8 seasons. I think no, I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones for fucking sure. So, Kaustubh, uh, yeah, Kaustubh, what do you think of my stories and my reels? You've been following me. Guys, follow me on Instagram or Facebook. George R. R. Martin is brilliant at word building and connecting multiple plot points. And is George R. R. Martin the man behind this show too? I think he is, right? They are pretty hilarious. Thank you. Uh, have you watched Game of Thrones, Kaustubh? You have not watched Liger? Yeah. I feel sad. Hmm. Vijay in Liger. Yeah. I'm sad too. Uh, the source material of Game of Thrones is a song of ice and fire. Okay. Ozark. Have you guys watched Ozark? South Indian actors should stay away from Bollywood. Sure. Uh, yeah, Ozark. Ozark. Has anybody watched that show? I think I should sit closer to my phone. Yeah. How do you find Ozark? So that's the show that I can talk to you like season wise. Like this season was better than that. I think the third. Yeah, Jason Bateman, Jason Bateman. Yeah, watched all seasons. They can lead. They can get pan India success by doing films in their language. Yeah, for sure. Now they can. Now South actors from South don't need to be in Bollywood anymore. Yeah, all for. So first season was great. I thought second season was really bad, like really really bad. Third is probably my favorite season in Ozark, and season four was also I loved it. I don't know what are your thoughts. Maybe totally contrasting, but yeah, second season was bad for me. Apart from that, I largely love that show. Uh, Female version of Sopranos. I actually don't remember much, but what I remember about that season, I think it was over the top. So good and okay, so you have watched Liger. How did you find the film? Uh, what I remember from season two is the only thing that I think they tried really hard. Season three was amazing, I thought, especially that cringe, especially that actor's role was also good. That made the season even better. The one who gets killed in the end, gets shot in the head in the end. I thought her character added a lot of thrill to the film. Laura Linney, was that the character's name or the actor name? Brilliant performance, for sure. There is a scene between her and uh, Bird, the wife. Okay, there is a scene between her and wife. I think it's when she comes to their house, the Bird house, to ask about her brother, Bird's brother, better than, and then they're like, she lies to her, and then they look into each other's eyes for like 3 seconds. She's trying to hold her feelings in Bird, and she's trying to extract information through her eyes. She's trying to extract some information. She's like trying to look through her eyes into her soul, like what is happening, what was she talking about over the phone. I love that scene. That is the most standout scene for me in Ozark. So yeah, his Hindi is better than most of the Bollywood star kids. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I see you are not very fond of Bollywood, I guess. So you basically have a problem with content, or you think these people are uh, too anti-India, anti-national something. Just asking. Just want to know. Like they are very pro. I don't know how to put it. Pro Pakistan or anti-Modi or something like that. The Karan Johar gang and all. So is that why you don't like Bollywood, or do you think generally the content is not good? Vikram. Ananya Pandey was so annoying. Hmm. It's not anti-India per se. There's just no connection with the comment where their portrayal of common folk seem harsh and no, I get that. I get that. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Why I use that phrase, because there is that element among a lot of people. Not saying anybody here, but we know, right? The whole boycott thing. I don't think that has anything to do with what you mentioned, which is true. But whatever is happening these days, the popular narrative, I think it's much more than quality of content. Goes beyond that. Goes beyond the connection between the audience and the characters. Which are just stupid Tamil and Malayalam only. Hmm. Telugu, you don't watch Telugu? Both they don't have content and woke off screen on screen. Yeah, that is what I wanted to ask. Like, do you hate the wokeism or just the content? Okay. Um, Malayalam, Tamil. Hmm. So I've watched Telugu. I watched all three, and I've watched I think one Kannada film so far. Vikrant Rona. I think most I watched is Telugu films, then Malayalam films, and then a couple of Tamil films. Yeah, but yeah, Telugu is the language that I've seen most films in from south of India, and Malayalam. Close, neck to neck. and yeah, great films. But if I had to rate them, top 10, I'm not rating them right now. But if I have to, I think there would be more Malayalam films in top 5 than Telugu. I don't know about which will take the number one spot for me, but I think I'll rate more Malayalam films in top 5. Best year in films, I love 1977. We are still largely prudish and conservative. Don't push the agenda too far when the society isn't ready for it. The backlash we're seeing right now. Mm. I think the agenda is being pushed from I think decades. It's just that we are getting sensitive to it now, sensitive to it now. Obviously, the whatever the films that have been made since 2014, like since Modi became prime minister, then this whole thing started. Hindu terrorism, Muslims are victims, Hindus are terrorists and whatnot, tyrants and whatnot. But I think this kind of narrative has existed from many years now. It's just that it became a lot more prominent now because now these filmmakers started coming out, like verbally saying things, like being honest in their interviews. Like Mahesh Bhatt, for example, was not that open about his feelings, you know, about the so-called Hindu terror. But now Anurag Kashyap's, Mahesh Bhatt's, and this director of Sandeep or Pinky Farrar, Khosla Ka Khosla, and all of these people, Vishal Bharadwaj, they're very open about it. Yeah, social media. Fuck, man. How can you make Hindi films if you don't know Hindi? Yeah. Uh, so yeah, social media became prevalent. These people started coming out. Vishal Bharadwaj, Anurag Kashyap. These people started. I don't know. Like I don't even know why they say some things. I don't know why they have that kind of narrative in their films. I just don't want to talk about a certain religion. Yeah, like how Bollywood is trying to do. I don't want to talk about a certain religion, but it's yeah, it's a selective thing that got to people. Like one religion is all bad and one religion is all victim. So obviously, so I understand the reason for the hate, but I also kind of not completely agree with it because I think we are taking it a little too far now. I think we are becoming what we were accused of. The right wing is becoming what it was being accused of now, which is maybe not wrong. I mean, if you are anyways being called a lot of things, then you might as well start behaving like one. Can't read and write in Telugu too. Hmm. But yeah, I wish these filmmakers, especially the ones who make brilliant films, I wish they were more balanced in their views. We would have been living probably in a much peaceful society. Right now, everybody is just angry all the time. They are angry. Yeah. And then these Dhruv Rathis and Pratik Borades, they cash in on it. They cash in on this anger. Uh, Dhruv Rathi cashes in on the anger against Modi. Pratik Borade is on the opposite end of the spectrum, and then they make this hate worse. आग में घी डालने वाला काम. That's what these people do. These two and 100 others like them, the Twitter influencers, the YouTube influencers. So it's getting out of hand. It's a very intolerant atmosphere, and everybody is making it intolerant. Yeah, exactly. And not just these two, like I said, not just these two. Everybody, I think. I mean, everybody isn't like too many of these. Too many of these are there. Journalists, man, people who host these News hour shows, all journalists. It may have started with Barkha Dutt, but now it's everywhere. ATKT, Jaipur dialogue. So it started with Barkha Dutt. Now there is Arnab Goswami is leading the show. Uh, Not just for the right wing. I think he's leading the show generally speaking. And then I think Bollywood, I think left wing journalists have fallen behind now. There was Ravish Kumar. I don't know about his future now that Adani has bought NDTV of all channels. So, yeah. Yeah, I say just make these fuckers jobless. Arnab Goswami, Ravish Kumar, Navika Kumar, and Barkha Dutt, and all these people should be jobless. Just fucking put them in jails. They've they've ruined the social atmosphere. Sanjay Dikshit from Jaipur dialogues called A.R. Rahman, Ajay Hatif was supposedly oh shit. Oh fuck man. Shit. I I did not know that. I did not hear. Fuck man. That's so see that's the intellect part. Wow. Right. Okay. Uh, Sensitive topic. And if I had to ask, I think I know how Praddy thinks. If everybody else, if I have to ask you, like which side you lean towards, like do you consider yourself a right or left winger? What would you say? Bifer, are you getting bored with this conversation? I know you are because you have nothing to do with this conversation. We can get back to talking movies. I don't want you to feel out of place, isolated. Far right? You're far right. Hmm. Yeah, I know. Praddy, I can tell that about you. Uh, and who else? I think most people who join our live sessions, I think they are a bit right leaning. That's my guess. I think there are only two of you right now. But yeah, I'm American, but my politics is India, right? Okay, I have no idea what that means though. You are American, right? By origin. I mean, like, how are you interested in Indian politics? What's the connection? He's not American. He's from Bihar. Okay. So yeah, Gen Z. What about you, Vikram? Right, right. You lean heavily towards right, I guess. My guess. And what do you think of A.R. Rahman putting Urdu words in Chola Chola? I have to react to that song too. Yeah, what do you think of that? Guys, come on, respond. It's too slow. I think everybody is feeling sleepy right now. Let's retire for the night. 95% of Bollywood songs are Urdu. Yeah, that may also be because nobody like there is a small population that speaks pure Hindi. He ain't even the white. There is a small population. He's not even the writer. Rema is not fluent in Hindi Urdu. Yeah, so. Yeah, of course, he's not even the writer. Sorry, that was stupid question to ask. Yeah, no, what I was saying. Yeah, so that I don't think that's totally Bollywood's fault because who speaks pure Hindi in India? How many people? Very few, right? Because the conversations that we have as kids in school, it's it's very mixed Hindi, Urdu, and English. That's how we talk to our friends, right? And you might make an argument that that's because of films that we talk what we hear from films, but then that's what our parents converse in. Should Hindi and we're not just used to it. No, that's the thing. Will we understand? Will the audience understand? Will you understand Shudh Hindi songs? I mean, maybe you will, but I'm pretty sure majority won't understand Shudh Hindi songs. Classic music, yeah. So how many people listen to classic music? Classical music. Tell me, how many people? Ask 100 people to name one classical singer and tell me how many people could name just one classical singer. Ask 100 people on street, go with your camera maybe and shoot, ask them, and then send that video to me. I'll put that up on my channel. People don't understand Shudh Hindi in our country. So yeah, it may be an influence, Bollywood influence. I don't know, but maybe not because there are so many languages. Like I come from a Kashmiri household, so in my house, Shudh Hindi we had nothing to do with Shudh Hindi. They either speak Kashmiri or they speak language that is closer to Urdu than it is to Hindi. But it's not just because I'm Kashmiri. It's a huge population in India for which it holds true. That most of the Hindi speaking Bollywood movies, many people in India are like, yes, but in North India, for example, North India people speak Hindi. People don't, even if they did not watch films, Bollywood films, they would have still spoken Hindi, and they learn from their parents. They learn from conversations happening within their relatives, with their friends. Telugu called Granthika, which majority of the common population couldn't understand or speak. Yeah. So I don't know how much overlap is there between Granthika and the Telugu that is popularly spoken. How common it's supposed to be. But maybe you can compare it with Shudh Hindi. A new style of the Telugu language called Vyavaharika was developed with many great literatures understood by common people. See, there we go. That happens with every language. I'm not defending anything. I'm not defending Bollywood here. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to look at all sides. Vikramaditya. Do you want, like, you get my point? I'm not defending anything or anyone. I'm just exploring. If you tell me that, if you prove to me that yes, Bollywood is like, for you, it's true. You have learned speaking Hindi from Bollywood. We need to have a conversation about it next time because I'm leaving now. I'm feeling sleepy. Sure. Naga has words borrowed from Tamil, Sanskrit, Hindi, and Tamil. Bye, Vikramath. See you next time. Guessing from what the conversation usually is, do you think Friday I should hold back on some of my opinions for for the sake of subscriptions. Uh, so Bifer, are you still there? Yeah. You think so? Like Bifer is still there, or you? That is answer to my question. I think that's an answer to my question, right? Cannot help it. Yeah, yeah. See, I'll tell you I'll tell you something honestly. Hey, money and all is good to have another revenue stream. You know why I started this channel? It's because of this. There was there was too much going on in inside here, and I needed to let it out. And you do not want to have these conversations with people you meet physically. Yeah, yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but you do not want to meet have these conversations with your colleagues or with your friends, because then you won't be left with friends. Not that I have friends, but still it makes when you there are get-togethers, you want everybody to be amicable with each other. So there was this huge thing brewing inside me, and my first intention to start a YouTube channel was to just take it out. I want to speak out my opinions, because that would make me feel light. So if and when you have time, and if you like go back to my first 100 videos, they're all opinions. Opinions on movies, opinions mostly they're opinions on politics. I think not mostly, but a lot of them. I'm just speaking politics. So that was the intention of my channel. I cannot hold back. I know what the other person does not want to hear, but I cannot help saying that. So yeah, I cannot help it. That's a problem. So I don't know. I don't know what's the root. So I have my issues. I know. Like you have been suffering from dyslexia. I've been suffering from what I now know is depression from I think more than 20 years. So I think it's a side effect of that, uh, to not being able to virtually not being able to hold things inside. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, who else is there? I think Bifer is there. I don't know why did I scream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm normal. So Bifer, what did you watch in last 2 or 3 days? Did you watch any film? And when is the Liger show? How many hours from now? These days there is no nuance. Everything's binary. You are either with or against you. There is no in between, right? So that's also something I wonder. Like maybe it has always been like this. It's just that people have got a voice. Oh fuck, man! You watch over 10 movies in 2 days. That's making me feel small. So now that we have a voice, now we know how people think. And everything is binary. Everything is binary. So maybe it is always like this. Maybe people across generations used to think this way. So what is a standout film, Bifer? Anything that blew your mind away that you would maybe rate in among the top 20 movies of your life? I'm yet to watch that horses film. Urdu would. Yeah, it has always been like this. It became more visible due to technology, right? Uh, uh, yeah. So yeah, Vikram, I understand the origins of that word, Urdu word, and I don't disagree with that. It's not. Please don't think of me as a liberal. I hate liberals. Uh, You have no idea how much I hate liberals. But yeah, I don't fully agree with this side either. The best film was Chinese film called Return to Dust. It was soul crushing. Yeah, that even sounds sad, man. Mm. Return to Dust free on YouTube. That's also free on YouTube. Okay. Um, I think the first movie that I'm going to watch of all the ones recommended by you is that horse one, which I do not recall the full name of, but it's saved on my IMDb. Yeah. And did you add these films to your um, Telegram, that platform, whatever that platform is? Telebox, Lettergram, Letterbox. Are you spiritual or religious? I tend to oscillate between atheism and I don't. I'm not. I'm scared. I'm superstitious. Jane Fonda is the best. Yes, Jane Fonda. Uh, what was, yeah. So I'm superstitious in some respects, and maybe afraid. Maybe I fear God, I think, but other than that, I'm not really religious. My wife believes in astrology and a lot of other things. Spirituality she also believes in, I think. But yeah, these things do not happen with me. So I've never really thought of atheism either. Like, am I an atheist? No. Sorry, that never returned to dust. What's return to dark? Return to dust? What's dark? The humble and unassuming timid sow have been cast off by their families and forced to arrange marriage. They to come together, build a home for themselves. All right. There are a bunch of people who have joined in. Guys, who has joined in? Any questions? Anything you want to discuss? We did not get Jennifer today. What is your all-time favorite film by far, or anything close to all-time favorite? Anything that comes to mind right now? The film that, yeah, that you think it's right at the top of that list. Shumon. That's nice that you are kind of sure. Not watched it. Okay, it is by Akira Kurosawa, right? Millennium Actress by Satoshi Kon. I think I should be getting back to Akira Kurosawa. Looks interesting. And you said Millennium Actress. Okay, right. Yeah, and Dushman effect. So it's after this film. Got it. No, okay. What's the length of the film? 1 hour 20. No, no, sorry, that's Millennium Actress. 1 hour 28 minutes. Wow, these are both of these are pretty small films. Like, I can watch these two films. I watched RRR over 40 times. Oh, you did? Wow. So I can watch Rashomon and Millennium Actress both in a period that I can finish a South Indian film in that many hours. So you loved it so much, huh? RRR. Tell us more about RRR. Who do you like more between NTR and yeah, yeah? I think I should watch it then. Where is it? Is it there on YouTube? Yeah. So who do you like more, NTR or Ramcharan? Oh, it's on Fossum. No, Favesome. I have never heard of that platform. Shalom, shalom. Okay, right. Alex Sita, Alia Bhatt, India's character had more visible range in its writing. Ramcharan's character is difficult to pull off. Okay. So you liked Sita's character? Go Bollywood. Okay. No, just kidding. Hmm. Yeah, maybe. But I liked Ramcharan more, I guess. Not much to choose again between the two roles as such. Subtle intensity versus visible range. Subtle intensity versus visible range. Okay. Yeah. Subtle intensity is Ramcharan, visible range is NTR. Okay. I think so, right? Ah. Okay. And what else? What else did you like? What is your favorite action scene of all the action scenes? What about you, Brady? So let's not talk about the tiger India tiger scene. That is, I think that is the, the very much the crowned best scene in the film. Action best action scene, I guess. Everybody is. And there's a trained classical dancer. Okay, it was perfect for him. Did not know that. So yeah, what is your favorite action scene in the film? Apart from the, like, if that's not your number one, load aim shoot. Yeah, I think my favorite action scene after the interval scene, which is the best action scene, of course, the when he brings Zoo to the party. After that scene, mine is the Ram Charan's introduction scene. Uh, I think, yeah, it's a close call between that and the climactic scene, which is also badass. But yeah, I would go for Ram Charan's introduction as my favorite scene after my favorite scene. Every one of them I kind of loved all action sequences, the choreography, yeah, yeah. Which is why I love that Ram Charan's introduction scene so much, because the choreography is so original. I mean, like, we have watched films, we have watched so many films. So the concept of bringing Zoo to the whipping scene too hard to watch. Yeah, the concept of him bringing the entire Zoo to the this party is so new, and it was so creative, and it was so unexpected, and there is amazing choreography and all of that, and it's the best action scene for me, I think. But Ram Charan's introduction scene is something, again, it's something we have seen crores of times in films, Hindi films, English films, German films, whatever, of hero fighting off a group of people. In this film, he is fighting a population. That's a different thing, but still, we've seen that. But the choreography was so amazing. I mean, it was so. Again, it seemed it was also, it was exaggerated. It's not possible, but still, there was some groundedness to it. I loved, like, it felt like, yes, maybe it's possible. Maybe you can fight off 1,000 people. Maybe one man can fight off 1,000 people if he has willpower and if his pain threshold is like really really high. Party animals. My first thought was, who thinks like this? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice, interesting. Party animals. Who thinks like this? It says Rajamuli. Yeah, that is insane. That is just, and I love how SS Rajamouli has captured our reaction through the reaction of that Brit soldier. When he's like, okay, let me fucking grab this truck wala, and then these animals come out, and then he is just falling on his feet. He's doing nothing. He's not moving an inch. He's simply falling on his feet, though he's trying hard to stand. He's like, I found it so relatable. I was like, if I was in place of this Brit guy, these would have been the exact body movements of mine. I would be like I'm drowning in water. That would have been my exact reaction, my exact body movements. I that is a standout reaction. That is a standard moment for me of that Brit soldier. If you know what I'm talking about, that was very fun. A protagonist throwing a leopard at the entire ridiculous idea on paper, as well as someone makes it work. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Which also reminds me, I saw this. I think everybody has seen this. the making scene where NTR is throwing, I don't know what he was throwing, some pillow or something instead, and then he runs and then he does this, and there is nothing over him, and I saw it accidentally. I'm not any chance. Who knows, man? Who knows? See, the thing is, so yeah. First of all, let me just finish my thought. So I don't watch making of films. I hate watching making because I want that illusion to be alive. Obviously, I know it's special effects. There is no real tiger. There is no real party animals, but I just still want that illusion is still there. And when you watch the making, when you see them standing and there's a green screen all around them. There was the scene from Endgame to Avengers Endgame. There's just this green screen. Everything is fake. We know that is true, but when you watch it, it's I don't know. I hate watching making of, especially action scenes, except for when it's a Tom Cruise action scene, and all the other people, Jackie Chan and all, who do their own action scenes, like the making of the Burj Khalifa scene from Ghost something, Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. If you guys have watched the making scene, oh wow, it's beautiful. It's as beautiful as the scene in the movie. It's fun, but other than that, I hate these scenes. I don't know why they make these scenes. I have no idea why. Like, why is it so important to these filmmakers to show, to break the illusion of audiences? I have no idea. Oh, right. Nice. That was clever. That was clever. So yeah, these little details, especially when you hear them, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure I would not like to watch this thing, like just a bunch of wild dogs running around the set. Yeah, I don't think I'll enjoy that part, watching that part. So, Bifur, you were saying, I forgot what you were saying. RRR, Oscar. Who knows, man? Indian films do not. Indian juries, Indian jury, if they send this to Oscars, first of all, that is highly doubtful. People are saying that they are afraid of offending the Brits in the panel. Yeah, it's best left to speculation. We know that it's all fake. You don't need to show that to us. So, so yeah. So some people are saying the Indian Indian community won't send RRR to Oscars because they are afraid of offending the British who might comprise the panel. You know, there would be some Brits too in that panel, Oscar panel. So that's what they say about the film. So who knows? Maybe Oscars nominated like they did with Parasite. Maybe Parasite was not had no connection with Hollywood as far as I know, but it was still nominated in the main categories, multiple categories. So let's hope that happens with RRR too. It obviously won't get the best film award, but it should get some awards. It would get nominated, I think, for sure, for Oscar for in the best film category. I think so, if it goes the Parasite way. But yeah, let's hope. And there's this all this negative talk in India happening. I don't know if you have heard it. That no, RRR is not our best film. We have made so many better films than RRR. Why should RRR go to Oscars? It's infuriating. And it's like, dude, RRR has gone to Oscars. Now just be positive about it. We have made better films. I mean, best film for responsibility for RR. Any other public categories are up? No, no. I don't think so. I think best foreign film is toughest. First of all, there is this whole probability thing. Like, best foreign film is just one category. So one category against several categories, Then best foreign film to Paddy. Then you are competing with films from all across the world, because then there is a bias in the main categories. The American jury, or whatever is the jury there, Oscar jury, they would be comparing RRR with the American films, and the general consensus in America is, among people who have watched RRR, that RRR is the best film of the year. Worst film I have seen in my life. So Pebbles. So that's the general consensus. So if I think if RRR stands against Hollywood films, as opposed to RRR being being nominated against foreign films, I think the chances are much brighter. Yeah, sure. So there will be some Oscars. So when you best foreign film में तो there is just one nomination, and it's pitted against, it's pitted against the best of foreign cinema, best films from across the world. I think that's a very hard category to crack. To get first to get nominated in that category is tough, because then Hollywood won't be thinking like, okay, people in my country, the jury won't be like, okay, people here in America are going crazy over RRR. They'd be like, yeah, they are going crazy over RRR, but they have not watched these foreign films. They have not watched this film from Iran, not this movie from Germany, not that film from China. That would obviously be a factor in their head. But when they are comparing RRR with Hollywood films, I think they will see how RRR is being already compared with other American films, and people are saying that it's a better film than all American films. So I think it has a better chance. It has a better shot at any award if it goes into main categories, main best picture category. Best foreign film, I don't think so. That's going to happen. I don't think best foreign film has ever gone to an action film, especially over the top action film. Best main category film, there's still chance. They have been dodgy. It's all very unpredictable. I'm just trying to look at from their perspective. Like if I was an Oscar jury, and even if I'm an unpredictable bitch, that's a different thing. But if I was an Oscar jury, I would look at RRR differently if it were in the main category, as opposed to if it was in the best foreign film category. I don't think I would give RRR best foreign film. I don't think so. I can do that. Yeah, because the makeup of that category is such. Mainstream commercial films don't get nominated and they don't win. I mean, Lagan was as mainstream as it could get, but yeah, it had no chance of winning. And it did not. And RRR is Lagan times 34. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nomination would be great, even if it does not win. But what I'm saying is, it's more realistic. I think main categories are more realistic. Foreign film, I don't think it's even. I think there is. I don't think it's even possible to get nominated in the foreign film category. I think it's going to be really difficult. So yeah, nominations would be pride enough. I think we Indians are not anyways used to a lot of glory. एक गोल्ड आ जाए ओलंपिक्स में, एक ऑस्कर नॉमिनेशन आ जाए 25 साल में. Lagan is boring compared to RRR. RRR is cocaine for your eyes. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying. Lagan is Lagan is a mainstream film, but Lagan is incomparable to RRR. RRR is another beast. So yeah, but I don't think RRR is going to win. Everything all at once is going to be the, yeah, yeah. if it is nominated in that category. There's a big if. So do you know, like, did Parasite have any American connection? It did not, right? So I think it, everything everywhere all at once is definitely going to go the Parasite way, especially how much, considering how much noise it has, created in USA. I don't think they are going to nominate it in the foreign film category. Parasite was also nominated in the foreign film. No, no, no. Some other film was nominated, right, in the foreign film category. Parasite was not part of the both the categories, right? Best film bhi and also best foreign film. That did not happen, right? If that did not happen, then yeah, I don't think everything everywhere is going in the foreign film category for sure. That's what's been happening. I think I don't know about the reaction among Telugu people. I mean, I know about their reaction, but I think looking at the overall picture, I think foreigners have loved RRR way more than Indians have. Uh, that's like, I'm pretty sure of that. Not considering the Telugu audience, apart from Telugu audience, is disqualified. Then it will go in the main category for sure. There is no way everything everywhere all at once is not going to make it to Oscars. There's absolutely no way. So if it's disqualified qualified from the foreign film category, then yeah, then we know which film is going to get the best actor or best film award this year. It's going to be target stays for Indian films. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Indians have not loved RRR as much as foreigners have. Americans, Germans, Koreans, I hear. So that's why it stands as a strong chance of winning Oscar in the main category, or some Oscar, if not best film, something, some non-technical Oscar too. Maybe, who knows? I don't know what non-technical nomination can it win, because in Oscars there is no best Jodi award. Indians love KGF 2 more than RRR. There is a huge population in India. Also, KGF 2 is a bigger, at least was a bigger hit than RRR. I don't know. Somebody said just in this session that RRR has crossed KGF 2. But yeah, because if you read at least opinions of people, like I have talked among my friends and family, they do not like RRR. 13 weeks, which is unheard of. Yeah, and just the other day there was this news that you must have heard of it. RRR is still in the top 10 after 28 weeks. It's still in Netflix's top 10, and it's the first ever film to do that. Not Indian, American. It's the first English or non-English film to ever do that. No film ever has done it, to be in the top 10 for 28 straight weeks. Any film. English, non-English, Hollywood, non-Hollywood. So that's huge. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, like Bifer was saying, like even in my family or people I have talked to, my friends, my colleagues, they don't like. To be honest with you, I have never said it on the channel before, but they don't like RRR so much. Not my feelings. I love RRR, but I'm saying all the conversations that I have had with about RRR. People don't like it too much. Yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too. 212 minutes of conversation. Not bad. See you later. Bye, Fur. I'll be. Good night. Good night, Praddy. Bye, Fur. I'll also be leaving now. It's too late. We have been here from nearly 4 hours now. 3.5 hours. My back is hurting now. So, as you already know, I'm 43. So, yeah. Alright then. Bye, Fur. Let me know if you saw this so I can say bye to you. Bye. Good night, Praddy. Okay, bye, Fur. And anybody who's online right now. I think Bifur has gone to watch Liger already.